Some will be the hunters. Some will be the hunted. But when the cage closes, who will be up next? On Saturday, October 21st.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Old and New Money Podcast. We are lucky to be here with the Up Next Fighter promotion. We are joined here by the Viking of the West and the owner, the promoter, the main man out here, Ryan Buckner.
Let's go.
Welcome. How did it feel to be out here controlling the promotion, doing everything right? I showed up yesterday, saw the whole layout, and now I'm back this morning again. This is wonderful. How do you feel about this whole process so far?
I love every time we put shows on, but I think this show itself, with the talent on the card, the promotion leading up to the event, and just the fighters on in general, I'm so excited about the show. The setup, just everything is ran smooth, and we're excited for the show.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
It's definitely going to be probably the best one of the year for sure. I think everything is just getting better and better with UNF. This is a spectacular event already. This card is absolutely stacked. We've been talking to the fighters. They're all weighing in right now. We got the Schmo here. We got Old New Money Podcast. We got UNF13. Shit's about to get spooky.
Yeah, it definitely is. And you guys, I cannot wait for fucking David Rojas and Jesse Landgrica. I just want to get that out there because the promotion, there's bad blood, and I can't wait.
You know, there's so many good fights here, Ryan. It's not just that. So many good fights here. There's heat. So we did a fighter breakdown. You know, we picked the fighters. And off of that fight, we got to know a lot about the fighters. We got some messages back and forth. Some people didn't like our picks. We wanted to know, hey, we're just giving our recommendation, our advice for week, right? It's up to you guys to come in and produce the wins. We're cheering for all of you. We're cheering for every single one, every single fighter out here to have a good time. And now I show up to meet the fighters this morning, and everyone's so happy, so excited, so pumped up.
Yeah.
I talked about their experience. I asked them about their experience, how they're doing out here, how they get treated, and they told me they're being treated better than anyone else in any other organization. What makes you guys so different, Ryan, compared to everyone else?
Well, I think if you've paid attention closely to what Up Next has done in the last year and a half, the team we've assembled, we have a group of like-minded people that are pushing for the same thing, right? A fighters-first organization, but to find the best talent in Southern California, eventually venture out and even find more. But, it's really the team we have. It's the atmosphere we're building, and, I think every event you can see it just gets a little bit better and a little bit better, and the talent's even better. And, we're trying to, dominate we actually are dominating the Southern California, fight scene, so.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell this card, it's different than the last one we were at Club UNF. There's a lot of hype here. There's definitely a lot of rivalries. It's, these guys, we've got pro and amateur card mixed together this time. I'm really excited in particular, as well as Jonathan Powell's debut. I've been watching that guy as an amateur, just an absolute stud, right? So he's going to be making his pro debut here for UNF. He's exclusively signed with you guys, right?
Yeah, he's exclusively signed with us. He was ranked as one of the best amateurs, not just in the state or the country, in the world.
Yeah.
And we signed him to an exclusive contract for his pro debut. I'm so excited to see what he does, when the bright lights are on, all the promotion, in his pro debut. So I'm excited to see. I think a lot of people are, and, we get to see tomorrow night.
One of the great things about this young man, Powell, is he's a fantastic grappler. I'm a fan of grappling. So one of the things that I see is taking over mixed martial arts is the grappling role. So when a young man like this that comes on the scene, you can kind of tell this guy's going to be a superstar. So we're so lucky to have him here Up Next Grappling, Up Next Fighting. How did you find this guy?
A guy like Jonathan Powell, you do not have to find. He's there. If you are in the MMA scene, you've heard about Jonathan Powell.
For real.
If you haven't, then you probably should look to study a different sport or be involved in a different sport, to be fair.
Yeah. And so when he was on your radar, right, it was just shred people. He got 4 state titles.
Yeah, 4 state titles.
He's a gold medalist, Pan Am gold medalist.
Yep.
He's, unbelievable amateur record. And, when he comes in here, he's facing a tough opponent. But what do you know about his opponent, William Holguin? We didn't know too much about him. We couldn't find too much detail.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a tough debut fight for Jonathan. William definitely is going to come to fight. He's going to make it a dog fight. on paper, Powell has accolades as an amateur and this and that, but Hogan is not a walk in the park. So, it's really cool, right? Because you kind of get like basketball players, they're in college, right? They do so good in college, they get to the pros, it's just a different feel. So I'm really excited to see what Jonathan brings, at the pro ranks right now. We all get to see that, and it's very exciting.
Well, we've been in a lot of amateur fights, right? And what's different here with the next Rising Stars is these guys fight like pros. They're like phenomenal fighters.
Everyone tells me that.
It's the whole vibe of the organization. That you guys are creating the atmosphere for them, so they step up and rise to the task. It's not just some amateur fight in a barn somewhere, which, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love going to those cards, and we go to them all the time. But, yeah, there's something elite here. There's a feel here, the aesthetic. I think it shows because then when the fighters make that walk and walk in here, they rise to that occasion. And it feels like a real pro card here.
Yeah, I mean, we actually don't like calling our amateur fighters amateurs. We call them rising stars.
Correct.
We want to treat them and kind of give them the same privilege, the same thing the pros get, right? Only because that will prepare them for when they do go pro, getting to do interviews with you guys, podcasts with you guys, The Schmo, all this stuff. And also, they rise to the occasion. They could feel the pressure, and that's good for them to feel the pressure now, early in their career. And, it makes them I think it makes them level up their game.
One of the things I've always said with Up Next Fight, you guys are preparing these guys to be professionals. Not only professionals in mixed martial arts, but professionals in life.
Yeah.
And this is what they're doing. They come in, you're picking them up, you're seeing these are the best fighters, you're matching them up. Like when it comes to the rising stars and the pros, I really can't tell, Ryan. You ever seen the level of fighting?
You
picking
can't.
the best fighters,
Yeah,
and you
I know.
match the best versus the best. These guys come out and shine, and you're seeing this whole setup. Like you said, they get fantastic interviews from your team, from our team. We're developing, we're getting them ready to be in front of the camera because you're developing a young man.
Yeah.
To not only be for the fighting world, but just for the world in general, right?
So we got a little promo though. You guys got a promo lined up? Pro main event. So Taco Padilla versus James, right?
Woo!
What do you think
Yeah.
about that?
Walk us through. This is for Club UNF 13. UNF the 13th. It's almost Halloween here. Taco Padilla is a scary man. I could not think of a better headliner for this card.
Oh, me neither. I mean, if you guys watched Taco's last fight, that was against Gula Manasian, and Gula was like the boogeyman kind of right in
Couldn't be
UNF.
beat, right?
I think 5 straight first-round finishes or, 5 knockouts or whatever. Taco's always had those great performances, though, against, tough guys, and they were just on a collision course. Well, that was one of our most hyped fights yet, and Taco delivered on that night.
Mm-hmm.
He took out someone like Gula Manasian, so it's like Taco, I think, is in his prime right now, and he's doing great, but now he's fighting his toughest test yet with Justin James, a former UFC guy.
UFC fight.
It's not going to be an easy night, but those guys are so game.
Neither
Absolutely.
way, it's not an easy fight. But
Well, here's the thing. When you see this man, not only is he scary in the ring, he's scary outside the ring. Like,
Yeah.
those fighters are like polite, they look nice, you can talk to him. I looked at Taco, I was like, oh, mofo.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
wanna
you
go
can
talk
just
to him?
tell.
He's so scary looking.
It's a
So
born
if
fighter.
He's scary out here with us, super scary in the ring. So enjoy this promo.
Taco Padilla, I know everybody talks about him. He's UNF's champion. When you call out, one of the white hottest fighters, in an organization and back it up, the resounding victory, you deserve all the accolades that you're getting.
Gulo had been untouchable. He had 6 straight victories. He was knocking out everybody, but that came to a stop. That freight train came to a stop. And who was it that did it? It was Taco Padilla.
What the Schmo likes about him, he's got this kill or be killed mentality, and he leaves it all on the line every single time he competes inside the cage.
Taco Padilla is a seasoned fighter. He's seen it all. He's durable. He's got cardio for days. He's a dangerous fighter all around.
Taco's too vicious. His opponent's too vicious. This is a fight. We don't know when it's going to end, but it's going to end. This fight is for 3 rounds or less, and it's going to be less.
So when we're looking at Taco, right, this type of man, he is the type of fighter, when you're looking at his fights, he just gets better and better and better, stronger and stronger. When the rounds start picking up, when the rounds get later in the next rounds, he gets stronger and more aggressive and nastier and aggressive and more hostile. How often do you find a fighter that just gets better as the fight goes on?
yeah, well, I think it's if they have the dog in them and they really want it, right? And you could tell when a guy's in there and they really want it. And Taco, there's not 1 ounce of doubt that this is not his dream and his goal to be a champion, get to the big show, do all that. And I do agree with Steve Bass in the promo we just heard that this fight is 3 rounds, but it's not going to go through.
Oh, no.
I can almost guarantee that right now.
No, we understand about this man. Everyone that we talk to says, you know what, I am so glad I am so glad this guy's not in a weight class. You know, we had a fighter. We had
Right,
a
right.
fire
I
breakdown.
heard a few people say the same thing. Yeah.
We had a fire breakdown with Jake the Barbarian. You know, we're gonna have on the show also because his fight got canceled out, unfortunately, by a guy that continuously cancels out a fight. So we'll talk more about that.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. But Jake is a savage, and he says, "Thank God I don't have to fight Taco." You know, and for a lot of fighters to have that type of respect for a man, that's a juggernaut in life. And we're excited to have him here with Up Next Fighting. So when you guys are talking about these fantastic fighters, how do you know when they're gonna get stolen from you? Because UFC is gonna come knocking at the door. We see this guy. This is a
That's a
UFC
good
type of
question.
fighter.
Yeah.
And this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring him up to that level, right?
I think Up Next really prides ourselves on being a fighters first organization.
Yes.
We're taking out Southern California right now. We're dominating it. But
Dominating.
when these guys, the Big Show calls them,
Uh-huh.
and, they can make a living for their family, and really, we would never hold them back, right? We actually think it's a good thing when the UFC comes knocking on the door, like, hey, we want Taco Padilla, we want this guy, we want this guy. That's our goal until we can, eventually compete with the UFC, which one day will happen.
Correct.
As of right now, we are ecstatic for the guys when they get the call from the Big Show, when they can make life-changing money, and that's what Up Next is all about, right? We want to see these guys succeed, whether that's with us or with the Big Show.
And that's exactly what we love about you guys, because that's what we love working with you guys, because we are about lifting up these young men, changing our community, changing our world, especially out here in the West Coast. So I know you guys are going to continually dominate out here in California. We're so proud of you guys. We're excited for you and your father,
It looks
Chris
like
Buckner. And now we
are ready to start. We are ready for our first ceremonial weigh-in. We've got stepping up to the scale, Jonathan Powell making his pro debut with UNF versus William Hogan.
UNF 13 ceremonial weigh-ins up first, fighting out of the blue corner and a bantamweight belt. We got William Hogan out of 10th Planet Burbank. 134.6.
We got William Hogan. At first, they're in a weigh-in show. We did not find his IG, so we kind of picked against him. But then again, he's also fighting against Jonathan Powell.
And his opponent out of the red corner, fighting out of CMMA, making his pro debut, we have Jonathan Powell.
Jonathan Powell is favored in this fight. He's a minus 200 favorite. Got a plus 175 for William Hogan. He's the underdog.
135 even.
All right.
Gentlemen, we're going to have you face off right here.
Here we go. Let's see.
All right, guys, what do you say? Is this going to be over or under 1.5 rounds length in fight? What do you say?
Let's watch this. Who breaks?
Face forward.
Just off of that just off the face-off, I'm still going to stick with my original pick. I'm going to take Jonathan
Excellent.
Powell.
Gentlemen, let's do a quick interview. I'll start with you, Jonathan. This is your pro debut. Obviously, you have the accolades in the amateur rankings. What are the nerves like right now as you face your opponent here for the debut?
There's no nerves, I was born to do this, and that's why I'm here, and I'm here to prove that.
Jiu-jitsu practitioner, how do you feel you're going to get the victory Saturday evening here at Up Next Fighting 13?
I'm just going to make it happen. Just going to do freak things. That's all that's going to happen, Once that bell rings, it's going to be fun. That's all.
How do you predict being victorious inside the cage?
I plan on taking this, I plan on doing whatever I want to do. There's levels to this, and I'm levels above everyone at 135.
Final thoughts before the Schmo lets you go.
Let the bell ring.
Final thoughts?
Ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a banger in the bantamweight division. Give it up to these two men.
All right, Jonathan Powell, William Hogan.
During the face-off, you get to see a lot about the fighters, right? Where they move, the way their shoulders are, the way their eyes move, where they blink, where they move their lips. And there was a chink in the armor again, so I think I'm going to stick with my pick. I'm going to stick with Jonathan Powell when we had a fighter breakdown. But William Hogan had a little chink in the armor. Plus, I don't know how to refer to him. They say pronouns are they, them, him.
Yeah, we did find his IG,
like
and
so just because of that,
there they is.
So just because of that, I'm definitely going to stick with Jonathan Powell, for sure. That
face-off got me a little more excited.
That's a good one.
He's there to fight.
A little closer with your mic, bro.
Let the bell ring. He's going to be ready to go. So I don't think he's intimidated in this.
No, not at all.
But he's a 10th planet. Williams is a 10th planet jiu-jitsu guy, but Powell is known for his ground game too. So if this thing goes to the ground, it's going to be hard to say. But I think the wrestling of Jonathan Powell is probably going to carry it. Right?
Going to be the big difference, correct? Like we said, he's a 4-time state champion. He's known throughout the state. People respect him. We're talking to other fighters, and they're all picking this man right now. So just from his demeanor, look, I'm looking at him right now. He looks so comfortable. Looking at William, not as comfortable, I'll be honest with you right now. But I think William's going to be on. Are we going to be able to have him on the show right now?
Yeah, Powell's coming over, and it's another guy out of CMMA. I mean, these guys are killers. Every fighter that I've met or watched that's coming out of CMMA, their coaching staff, the ethic over there, it's just something real special about that gym.
What makes CMMA so special? You that you know these guys. Tell me about them, those coaches. I'm reading your mind.
They got Chad George,
right?
George,
yep.
Really
stud.
Prides himself on being a champion. I mean, he's wrote a book about it. He's done all this stuff, but his fight team, right? If you're on the real fight team, you got to be about the life. You got to put the hours in. You got to work hard. You can't go in that gym and take days off.
Correct.
That's
right.
not accepted there. You will get kicked out of there. So, regardless of how much talent and stuff they have, I think I always bring up like being a dog, working hard, all that stuff. All the guys at CMA have. So I think that's like the key piece of the CMA guys.
And you see the CMA guys, right? They come in and they're all so happy. They're so ready. You see the dog in them, but they're happy. They're enjoying the journey. Because one thing is getting to the destination, but enjoying the journey as a mixed martial artist is part of what we have to do also. And these men absolutely have it. And then you bring this up next fighting promotion, bro. You just level them. You're saying here's a reward in life. You get to work with us. This is a big reward to these fighters. No matter what, we've been through a lot of organization. We respect everyone. But this one, what you're doing out here is so different. I must thank you. Thank you so much for putting it out there for all these fighters. And I know all these fighters love you for it because they respect you. They walk in, they look at you in a different way. But the way you're working with all these promotions, with all these gyms, all these coaches love you guys.
Yeah,
they absolutely love you guys.
So I think we keep bringing it up, but it's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be the best promotion in Southern California and then eventually nationwide.
Correct.
We got George Belmonte, Steve Bowers, myself, my dad, the whole Bucket family. But we all put a lot into this, right? Where the fighters can feel like they are kind of privileged to be on a card like this because no one at our level is doing what the fuck we're doing with the branding, with the promotion.
Correct.
With how much work we're putting
Bro,
into these.
we're privileged to come and get to help you guys out, and do a podcast, do a weigh-in show. It's a blessing to have you around because everybody is rising together as UNF rises. It's just a rising tide is going to raise all these ships together, man.
So
We love the partnership with you guys.
So we've got the next guys walking up to the stage, it sounds like. Here, next match, it's Brian Dow versus Farron Marceline.
Marcelin and Dow is going to be a good one.
Correct. This is phenomenal.
And look no further than what Brian the Heat Dow did last time out. Okay, he was in a bloody. I've called a lot of fights, guys, but I've had one thing happen only one time in my career, and that was a mouthpiece flew either over or through the cage and landed smack dab on my nose.
You got a souvenir?
It was like the goat leg in Jurassic Park when where's the goat?
Drop right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a war. So we saw that Dow was tough, but in talking to Marcelin, he's so confident in his striking and his ability to finish this fight. Guys, something's got to give.
He's stoic for sure.
Now, one of the things is that both of these guys understand the game well. They both fought well. They got the great experience. We got a hot face-off. This is the hottest fight right now in the whole state of California. We got Rojas.
Oh, man.
And Jesse Langarita.
Yeah,
right
maybe
now
we should
coming up.
get a little footage of this right now because this David Rojas, Jesse Langarica. I don't think we've had more bad blood on a UNF card yet. Would you agree, Todd?
From the history of your years here.
No, this is a grudge match.
Yeah, they hate each other.
You can talk about two guys like expertly marketing a fight, but this isn't hype machine. This is real life.
Real
this is
hate.
Bad blood. I mean, you had Rojas saying, I can legally murder somebody and then we're going to turn it up and dance on his dead bodies.
He also said that when Jesse gets out of the hospital, he's going to bring him flowers and take him on a date. So, I mean, some of the trash talking was pretty legendary as well. They're really good showmen, in addition to both being absolute killers in there. So how do you see this fight going, Todd?
I mean, I think there's not going to be any feeling out process in this one. It's, what I would say. This is a fight that was supposed to happen in the past, and and Jesse had that injury, broken hand, broken knuckles, and so they're chomping at the bit, as Jonathan King, my partner, would say. This one is going to be physicality from the opening bell. It's going to be a feast of brutality, and cannot wait. And let's take a closer look at Jesse Lobo Langarica.
But somebody like this is garbage, and he doesn't even know it.
I'm gonna kill you, Jesse. I swear to God. I'm gonna kill you.
I think he's a bitch that needs a lesson. You're a tune-up. You're a tune-up fight. I'm gonna retire you.
I'm gonna put him on the stretcher.
This is the biggest grudge match in the history of the Rising Stars division.
We were scheduled to fight back in May. I broke my hand in the training camp for the fight.
So I stayed quiet, I didn't say anything. A few days later, fight week come up, he tags me in a post and says, count your days. And I'm just like, well, who the f are you? I'm gonna talk some shit.
Once I knock you the f out, I'm gonna visit you at hospital with nice flowers, then I'm gonna take your girl out and then I'll take you out.
Jesse. He's just disrespected me and like really any way he could. He disrespected my ex-girlfriend, so I think he crossed the line and I want to make him pay for that.
He said something about my mom, but it's just, you know, he's a little kid, so it doesn't really fucking matter to me. This is where fucking wolves eat. This is where lions eat. He's a fucking sheep.
It's personal. Girlfriends were involved, families. It's getting a little ugly, but they can settle this in the cage, and that's what they're gonna do October 21st.
David, I hope you're training hard. It doesn't really matter because I'm still gonna beat you. I'm still gonna hurt you very bad. I'm gonna make you pay for all the things that you said.
Jesse, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna really change your perspective. I'm gonna change your life. I'm gonna change your fucking face. You know, I get to legally murder somebody on October 21st. And you guys get to watch it, and then we get to go fucking turn up and dance on his dead body.
So coming back to us, or watching that promo, right, Todd? When was the last time we had anything as hot as this, like on fire, hatred? When someone says, I get to legally murder someone on this day.
What I love about it is one of the most talked about fights on the entire card is in the Rising Stars division. And that's just testament on the job that Ryan Buckner and company has done on elevating this Rising Stars division. It's got people talking. You're seeing the future of the fight game. And I cannot wait. I mean, we've got so many great fights. You got Taco Padilla putting the title on the line, but this one has everybody buzzing, and that's saying something.
And to say that exactly what you were saying, you're stealing my words. That's why we flow so well, brother. I like that. And so when you're saying this is the hottest fight, not only here, this is the hottest fight on the West Coast of the United States. People are talking about this all over the place. So when you see this type of anger, this type of rage, and these guys, you said, there's going to be no feeling out whatsoever. These guys are going to come out, they're going to bang. I predict a certain type of fight, they're going to touch each other up for a while, and then when it's game time, someone's going to get choked out. That's what I feel.
You think it's going to go to the ground?
I actually believe so. So let's talk to Schmo. Let's talk to these guys, see what they say. Take it away, Schmo.
Thanks, guys. Up next, we've been anticipating this one for a long time. Out of the blue corner, representing Team Body Shop, we have Jesse Lobo Langarica.
So there is no favorite in this fight, right? Yeah, this is an even money fight. Incredible.
139.2.
So Langarica out of Body Shop, an excellent gym. Jake Baby and
they're still giving each other the finger.
And his opponent out of the red corner, fighting out of CMMA, we have David Rojas.
There we go.
There he is. CMMA versus Body Shop. Superstars.
CMMA versus
it's going to be an incredible match.
138.8.
All right.
I don't envy Schmo. I wouldn't want to be standing between these guys.
Right in the
is
middle.
for sure.
There we go.
They got 4 people holding them back at this moment.
Oh, yeah.
People
You can cut the
standing by.
tension with
There
a
we go.
knife.
Talking. Get that mic in her face, Schmo.
Let's hear it.
Your mom's my date to the fight.
Oh.
Instagram. She followed me on Instagram. She's worried about you.
There you see it.
There you see. Both looking good, both looking strong,
All
both
right,
looking
Jesse,
confident.
we're going to start with you. Let's start with you. What are you talking about? Following his mother, following you on Instagram? What's this trash talk?
His mom followed me on Instagram. I don't know what she wants, but, you know, I guess she knows what a winner looks like.
You guys were supposed to fight in May. Obviously, injuries, things happen. What's the feeling like right now? You guys finally weighed in. You guys really faced off. What's it going into Saturday evening, those feelings like?
I'm just excited to put on a show for the fans. He's overmatched, and he knows it. And so it's my day. I get to do whatever I want.
Final prediction for how this fight goes.
He's getting finished either in the first or second round. And I think it's going to be a TKO because he has a concussion. Look at how close his eyes are together. Head looks a little swollen. I'm not his coach, though.
Shots fired. We appreciate you. Best of luck. All right, we're going to go back to the desk.
So when Jesse speaks, I've had a lot of good conversation with Jesse. Talk about this. What are you seeing right here, Don?
I see confidence, but I also see playful. These guys have been trading barbs. They're having a little bit of fun, but the fun will be thrown out the window when they step into the cage tomorrow night. It's going to be all business, guys.
That's what makes it so much fun, being able to talk. Part of the fun in this fight is the lead-up. Take it back to Schmo.
David Rojas.
David Rojas right here. What do you make of the trash talk from your opponent? Talking about your mother following him on Instagram and all that.
It's all good. We ain't talking no more shit. Everything gets settled tomorrow.
He's accusing you of being concussed. What do you make of all this?
I don't know. A kid rode the short bus when he was a kid, so I don't know about him.
We've been anticipating this matchup for a long time, this Rising Stars division. How do you predict getting the finish or having your hand raised tomorrow evening?
I'm going to kill him tomorrow. That's it. I'm going hunting for a sheep in a wolf's coat.
It's hunting season. Final thoughts before we let you go.
It's murder season, baby.
There it is. Guys, back to you.
Man, you can really see Rojas when in the lead up, the way he was trash talking, very loose, more fun. Today, I see a very different vibe coming off him. He is composed. He is focused. He's not here to joke around now. You can really feel that.
Here we go.
And one advantage that Rojas might have, is the UNF experience, guys. He's stepped into the UNF cage a couple of times, Club UNF, and he had a 14-second knockout over Ivan Shostak, the Siberian Tiger, put him on the extinction list. Wow. So, but we'll see, guys. Time will tell.
Awesome.
So looks like Jesse's ready to come up and have a chat with us, though.
I think I'm going to
Hey, Todd, we'll check in with you again. Let's bring in Jesse Langarica. Here we go.
Welcome.
Good to see you, brother. Good to see you.
Come on in. Looking strong, looking powerful.
All right. We've been wanting to talk to you in the flesh for a while. Welcome to the Old and New Money podcast, brother. How you feeling after that stare down?
I'm feeling great. Feeling excited. Ready to put it on this dude, and it's going to be a good night.
You haven't got a chance to sit close and look him in the eye since you did that face-off in the cage. It was like UNF11, right?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I got to keep my eyes on the opponent. I'll tell you this, bro. His mom followed me on Instagram. So that's another thing in the back of my head that after this fight, I think she wants a little something. I don't know. But, yeah.
Well, you know what? I like the way you talked. I like the way you come at the fighters. I like the way you promote and everything. I like your demeanor, the way you come in, respectful to everyone that's promoting, respectful to us, very confident. You talk well. I've seen your clips. I've seen your fights. You fight fantastic, brother. And the way you're getting in this guy's head. Tell me more about that. How are you able to get in this man's head right now?
I got eyes, bro.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things. So, like, any little detail, I know what it is.
Tell me what you saw right now when you're looking across, because I might have saw the same thing. Tell me what you're seeing.
His eyes are a little too close together. His forehead's a little too swollen. That's a concussion. That happens at the gym he goes to a lot. To ask me how I know.
Tell me how you know.
My last fight, I trained with them. Okay? Had a decent training camp, but on fight week, they beat me up a little too bad. All right, they're doing Shark Tank or whatever their drills are. I ended up with a concussion going into my fight. I still won, but I know the drill. So when I see things like this, I know what's going on.
Okay. Gotcha. So you think he's not getting prepared the right way either at his gym, or it's just him mentally not ready, or what?
You can't prepare for somebody like that. You can go to whatever coach you want, but it's got to come from inside.
Correct.
He doesn't have it, and I think his mom knows. You know what they say?
Tell me.
A mother knows.
A mother knows. So talk about this. So you've had a whole month since you've been talking back and forth. Have you been getting any DMs on Instagram from other fighters, other people talk about that?
Or other fighters' mothers?
Brother, there's a lot. I got to look. I'm not sure. She was the first one I noticed. But, no, I don't get any DMs from any fighters. I've called out everybody. Everybody here is open to a challenge.
Yeah.
My DMs stay open. Send me a contract. If you want to have something outside, we can do that too. But I don't have none of that, brother.
No.
I'm the one that goes on the hunt. But I'm a champion now, so they got to come for the champ.
They do got to come for the champ. So what makes this fight so exciting as far as styles? Apart from the personal, but what the style, his style versus your style?
It's me, bro. Everybody just wants to see me go out there and do my thing. That's it. That's what makes the fight exciting.
So did you see the fighter breakdown when I broke you down? And what I thought about you is you guys are going to go at it. I predict you guys are going to punch each other in the face a good while. Okay? Punch the face for a good while. Once you're done playing with your food, I mean, I'm commentating on your side right now. Once you're done playing with your food, you're going to put them on the ground and then teach them a lesson on the ground also.
I was going to ask the same thing. I'm sure you want to punish him a little bit in there, too. If you see the opportunity to finish him, you're going to go for it. But given the chance, you think you might drag it out and try to put the hurt on him?
I think I will drag it out. He's a 45-second fighter, and I got 6 minutes with him. So we'll see in the moment what I do.
Why do you call him a 45-second fighter?
Because I watched his film.
He gasses out at 45 seconds. His mouth starts dropping. He starts backing up. Brother, the last guy he fought was my sparring partner.
Let me adjust you real quick, brother.
He's a bro. He was my sparring partner. He took him to a split decision. You don't think that I know how this is going to go?
Yeah.
Well, Jesse,
so
we're really looking forward to it. I think we've got the next two fighters are stepping up to the weight. We're really looking forward to your fight, brother.
Please hang out.
Yes, Rojas, I'm coming.
Hold on, Jesse. You want to hang out? Hang out with us. Yeah, hang out with us.
All right, we got Aiden Ingram and Steve Mora in the 135-pound division. Over to you, Schmo.
We have up next, fighting out of the blue corner, out of Rounders MMA, Steve the Maniac Mora.
All right, Steve Mora. We really liked his IG when we were researching him.
134.8.
This man knows how to promote himself and a fight.
Steve Mora, I've heard about him.
And his opponent, fighting out of OCRTC and 10th Planet Mission Viejo, Aiden the Future Ingram. 135.8.
So Aiden Ingram's the minus 165 favorite on this one.
Aiden Ingram is a favorite. Okay, let's see this, fellas. Let's see. We got to see. Eye contact. Mora looks to be a little bit taller.
Mora looks like a beast.
A shake of hands. Okay, there's respect here.
A little goofy face there from Aiden Ingram.
Thanks, guys.
All right, okay, some
Let's
respect
do a quick
there.
interview. Aiden, we love the respect we saw. What'd you see out of your opponent's eyes when you guys just faced off?
He's a gamer, man. I've seen his fights. He's seen my fights. He's a gamer. I bring it, and I'm ready to game tomorrow. Let's go.
How do you feel about everything?
If you're prepared, I feel like we've been training nonstop for this, so it's just another day in the office, and just trying to let my light shine for sure tomorrow.
Why do you feel like you'll be victorious inside the Up Next fighting cage Saturday evening?
Experience. I just feel like Aiden hasn't fought the people that I fought yet, you know. So we're gonna see that tomorrow. We're gonna test that, and we'll find out.
How do you feel about that?
I'm ready for the test, yeah. He's right. I haven't fought as much as he has, not enough experience, but I'm excited, and I'm grateful that he's given me this opportunity, you know, put our skills to the test. And like I said, I'm ready to game. We're ready to fucking go. Let's go.
How will you be victorious tomorrow evening?
By having fun, you know. I know he's a fighter. I'm a fighter at heart, so both of us have fun, then only good things can happen for everybody around us. So I think just having fun is going to be the best key to victory.
Interesting strategy.
Final thoughts, Steve?
Don't blink.
Don't blink. Guys, can't wait for this one. Back to you.
Thank you, Schmo. One of the things I noticed right here is both of these guys are really relaxed. Too relaxed in my mind. Jesse, are you seeing the same thing as I am as an intense fighter?
That's definitely what I'm saying.
Talk to
as
me.
a fighter, you got to be on edge.
Correct.
These guys seem to relax. They're like, oh, I want to play games, and I don't know what he said. So just off that, I think we can expect a grappling match.
I think you're accurate, right? And just what you're saying, what they're saying. They're not saying anything intensive. They're too relaxed, too mellow. Now, I respect both of these fighters because Aiden Ingram, you know, he's training with T.J. Dillashaw and Cub Swanson. Okay. So he's coming from a great camp, you know, and his head coach, and I forget who his head coach was. I wrote down another piece of paper. But he's a young guy, 27 years old. He's friendly, polite, but he wants to get down. He says he's excited to get down. But now I'm watching the weigh-in show. I'd like a little bit more intensity.
I would too.
Is it okay? And his head coach is marking. Oh, here it is. Aiden Ingram's head coach is Mark Munoz.
There you go.
Are you guys interviewing Jonathan L?
We just interviewed him.
Well, no, we didn't get him. We didn't get him over here, but we want to for sure.
Okay. Well, if you do, ask him how those sparring sessions go. Just do me a favor and do that, and then also tell him my DMs are open.
You want to get down with him?
You want us to talk shit to Jonathan Powell for you?
No. You don't have to talk shit. That's not what I said. I said
ask him
how those sparring sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
I will make
Indeed,
a note
brother,
of that.
indeed.
Also, remind him my DMs are open. If you would like to fight me, you can send a contract through my DMs, through Ryan Buckner, through Chris Buckner. Nobody's done it yet. All I get is your mom's on my...
All fighters welcome. So, Jesse, you got to turn pro to fight Jonathan?
That's fine with
But let's watch. We got a video here, right?
That's why I came here, brother.
Jonathan Powell's signing video, right? We got a little...
There we go. Let's check that out.
Honestly, it means the world to me that these fighters are choosing Up Next Fighting to sign with. Some of these guys are some of the best amateurs and could have probably went almost anywhere. I think it's a testament that we're doing something right.
My name is Jonathan Powell. I'm from Gardena, and I train out of CMMA.
Jonathan Powell is a 4-time state champion. He's the IMAF Pan American champion and represented him on the USA World Team. He's not really in competition with other people. He wants to be better than himself on the mats, and when he goes and competes, that's really the guy that he's fighting, and I think that's what allows him to have that it factor.
There's a lot I like about Up Next Fighting. I can honestly say it's the best promotion in SoCal, or in California, period. You know, I'm blessed to be able for them to like reach out and want to sign me, so I'm very grateful for that.
Jonathan Powell was meant for fighting.
UNF is so lucky to sign such a top talent. This guy has competed internationally. His grappling is on another level. We have tried to get him to fight in the UNF cage as an amateur. No one wants to fight him.
Hey, if you don't dream big, you know, don't dream at all. My goal is to be one of the best fighters that ever existed, and I just want to fight the best people and, you know, prove myself right, you know, that I'm one of the best fighters. I can be one of the best fighters to ever live. I'm Jonathan Powell, and I'm up next.
Here we go. So we got another matchup in the making right now. So we got a fighter that's going to be hopefully on the stage. Later on time, we're going to talk to him about this man, Jonathan Powell. You want this guy.
I do.
Why?
It's an easy fight.
Easy fight?
Yeah, but
this guy just signed on as a pro?
I know. He's a purple belt.
He's a fantastic fighter.
Number 1 ranked amateur in the country.
Oh, did he fight me though? How about for the Pan American spot? Did he fight me?
You wanted that Pan American spot?
Oh, brother, I was on Instagram.
You want to take it?
Begging for the spot, but.
So, Jesse, let me ask you something. How soon will you be ready to be pro? And I'm going to tell you something. I can pull some strings. I can kind of set this up. So that can be one of your fights. If you want to sign pro with you Up Next Fighting, we can set this up. You want this to be your first pro
fight? I want it to be Jonathan Powell because I have a lot of experience sparring him, and I want to take all of the sparring sessions. So I think that'd be a good matchup for me. Don't let Chad have any say in it, okay? Because usually when I call out a CMMA fighter, Chad says, I don't want it. And I'm telling them,
Chad.
I know you don't want it, but it's the fight game, so we got to do these things.
So, Chad, I'm going to tell you something, Chad. Don't step in on this. We're going to have Chad on the desk in a little while. He's a great coach. I enjoy him. He's a fantastic IG. Chad, we respect you a lot. But if the man's calling for a fight and the man wants to say, I'll take it, if he's that confident, let's set that up. So how soon are you ready to sign the contract to be a pro?
Brother, I already signed the contract. They want me to win this fight, win the belt, and I have 3 guaranteed pro fights.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, stepping up to the scale, we've got now Jean-Paul Lebosniani. And his opponent, Jose Diaz, this fight has fallen out, but we're going to have him weigh in anyway. Oh, Jesse.
Jesse, not even, I can't.
We got messages from Nate right now saying that this kid is so disrespectful online. So
YouTube comments about Jesse. Come on.
So we got.
My favorite thing about the haters, you know what it is?
Tell me.
They have to watch.
They have to watch no matter what. Schmo, take it away.
Labos Noyani.
Well done. Good. Have a seat, brother.
168.4. Guys, his opponent not able to fight, did not show up, but we have John Paul, class act. Always here to fight. Talk to the Schmo for a second, man. You weighed in, you're ready to fight, but you didn't have your opponent. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, definitely gutted that I'm not going to be able to go out there and perform, go out there and give the fans, what they want, and ultimately get a title for myself. So definitely bummed, but I did everything I could possibly do. Showed up, made weight, had a great camp. So I guess this is just another camp experience under the belt, and we'll see what's next from here. But right now, did everything I could do.
You think you want to be on the next fighting card?
I think wherever I can get a fight is what I'm going to do. It's not an easy task for me to get a fight, so I'm open for all opportunities. I would love to fight for the title at Up Next. I think I've earned that. I'm here, made weight, cut no corners. So I'm ready for whatever.
What were you going to do to your opponent tomorrow evening inside the cage?
Yeah, I think the war plan for this fight was perfectly executed in the preparation. So I was ready to come out here and go to war for 3 rounds and win this fight. with my mind, and then with my physical abilities second. So I was ready for anything.
So where do you go from here?
I think right now, it's just I got to keep my chin up. This is obviously, as a fighter, this is what we love to do. We train for moments like this, and when stuff falls through like this, it could be like the end of the world for us. So I think it's important for me to just keep my head high and my mind sharp, and prepare for the next one.
Well, that's why you're the pro. We appreciate you. Best of luck. Thanks for showing up. Class act. Guys, back to you.
All right, so John Paul Labosniani, I think we've got with us now Jake Babian, pro for UNF. I think some of the things that he was just saying probably resonate very much with this guy right now. John Paul's fight has fallen off against Jose Suavecito Diaz because of some legal reasons, but, he has more time to train for the next one. Jake, you were supposed to fight on this card too. Yeah.
Let's go.
And it looks like 2 days ago, your opponent disappeared into thin air. Bro.
So that's one of the things that we know, Jake, is it's heartbreaking for a fighter when you're setting up to fight, right? You've been training for weeks, months, and then all of a sudden it's game time. This week you're so excited, you're pumped, and then you don't get to release and be the man who you really want to be in the octagon. How horrible does that feel? You and understand the fighter right now that just made weigh-ins. How bad do you guys feel?
Man, it's different when you're messing with someone's money, especially pulling out days before a fight, whatever it is, legal reasons, whatever. But it really bothers me, and I'm a professional. I show up on time, I show up early, and I make weight. That's all I can do. Just hold my end of the deal. Pretty much.
There's one of the things. Is this guy Kyle Neal, the nickname Spartan Wolf? How dare you disrespect the name of Spartan Wolf? The Spartan Wolf? I'm gonna tell you something. This guy's horrible.
He didn't
I'm
just
gonna
pull
tell you.
out once, right? When we were looking at his topology, he has yet to make his pro debut. All 6 of his fights are canceled on topology. That is
Horrible.
Who keeps putting this guy on cards?
Well, he's got a lifetime ban in the sport now through the commission. Yeah, we got him nationally banned from the sport.
Good, excellent.
MMA. So that's what you get, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. No. And even in the amateurs, he pulled out of 7 fights also. And so he fought a few fights.
He's
And then
somewhere in Mexico right now, in tequila.
he's under a rock right
Yeah,
now.
under a rock.
Under a rock right now.
Because he's fighting at Extreme Couture. It's a good team, a respectable team. What's going on,
Well, one of the things, he's just paying his dues, right? He's just paying, and they probably know about this guy, but I know he was begging to be on this card up next, and he was calling you out for some strange reason. I don't know who in the right mind would dare to call you out, brother. There was another guy yesterday that was calling you out.
Yeah, I don't even spend time, man. Like, if you don't, if you're not on like my level with what I'm doing, and it's just a waste of time for me at this point. Maybe when I was like 2 fights in as an amateur, I'd talk to you. Not anymore.
Correct.
Jake, if you're looking for a substitute fight, I mean, we may have someone right here who wants to get in grappling with you tonight. You think,
Ready to go, son.
I'm ready against old money man himself.
The man himself. I don't know, man. I'm a little.
He's a scary purple belt, so yeah. I don't know.
That's why I'm wearing purple, bro. I can't be scary.
Like you'd give some of these guys some work.
I'd strangle. I'll strangle a lot of people.
I'll tell you what. A lot of these guys never tasted their own blood, and I can tell.
That's the
they're
true thing.
a whole other person when they get in the cage and get punched.
Correct.
And,
but that's the beautiful thing about fighting. We get to come out here, we have a good time, test each other, promote you guys, because I really believe you guys are the future of our country. How do we bring back masculinity? Talk about that, because me and you had a great conversation the other day when we were talking about dogs and how that relates to men. Like people ask all the time, why are you going to cut your dog's nuts off?
Yeah.
Why would I buy a male dog and then cap him?
Exactly.
Talk about that, bro. How important is that?
When it comes down to masculinity, it's a sensitive subject for the people who aren't, obviously, who don't have it.
Those don't matter either, Jake. So go ahead.
Testosterone is a obvious gift for men to have, and I feel you should embrace it. It's a shame to, we've all heard it's a shame to die young without seeing the full potential.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes you so incredibly special. You live a fantastic life, right? You're from Hawaii. You have some crazy stories out there. For anyone that doesn't know my man, shout out your Instagram, bro, because people need to know this life.
Jake_Babian. Come follow me in my journey to the top.
Jake_Babian. Follow my man to the journey to the top. And you gotta understand what this man has done with his life. follow him. He was living that crazy Hawaiian life, bro. I love that.
Thank you, brother. Fighting tiger sharks. And,
So what do you when you kill that tiger shark? Do you eat it?
No, we
You
don't
don't eat
kill
that
tiger sharks. They're actually sacred in Hawaii, so we actually honor them as we would, the gods. It's actually very bad luck to kill a shark. And, it's their ocean. You don't want to go into their home and make problems. So
Correct.
We try to respect them.
Correct, but for those men who want to understand the journey of these MMA fighters, right? There's a lot of good MMA fighters that are changing up their IG story, showing you where they're coming from, where they're going, and we should be following these guys, support them, knowing what you have traveled to, all the journeys, all the battles, because every man here has a lot of battles and they can learn a lot from you. Because me and you know each other. We're more friendly relationship type style. We're homies, right? Even though we want to punch each other in the face every now and then, right? But follow these men. Follow these men and send a journey. Thank you so much for joining us, brother. We really appreciate you.
Big friend of the Old New Money podcast.
Thank you so
Sorry
much.
your fight fell through.
Killing it, man. I love these guys.
Spartan Wolf, Kyle Neal, fraud.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? Thanks again, Jake. And up next, we've got Cameron Fardad and John Brumley in the 170-pound division.
Fun fight. This is going to be a fun fight, bro.
Thanks, guys. We have a welterweight belt up next. Weighing in first out of the blue corner, we have Cameron, who's your daddy, Fardad out of Axe Academy and the Pugilist Gym. 169.4. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, fighting out of Dan Henderson's Athletic Fitness Center, we got John Just Bleed Brumley. 168.8. Gentlemen.
Excellent. Here we go.
Thanks, guys. John, we'll start with you. We see the respect. We see the nerves are all in check. What's going through your mind when you stare at this man eye to eye, face to face?
I'm excited, man. I mean, he's a tough game opponent. He's a scary jiu-jitsu black belt, but I train day in, day out for fights just like this, so ain't nothing going through my head, but I'm just ready to go to war. That's it. I'm ready to go to fucking war, man.
Both you guys predicting finishes, both you guys ready to go to war. What's going through your mind when you hear this from your opponent?
I'm happy to hear that, he's ready to go to war, because that's exactly what it's going to be. And this is what we sign up for, I didn't get into fights to have easy fights, I fight for the hard fights. So I'm excited and looking forward to tomorrow.
What does the crowd have in store tomorrow evening from watching you dance inside the cage?
Fun, exciting. I mean, really, there's not much else I can say. You have a great fight in front of you. I got a game, dangerous opponent in front of me. I can see in his eyes he's ready to go. I'm ready to go. It's going to be a good show. Someone's going to go to sleep for sure.
Final thoughts, Fardaddy.
Don't blink.
He says, don't blink. You say, just bleed. Last thoughts.
Hey, man, that's it. Let's go to fucking war, baby. Let's do it.
Wartime. Wartime. Guys, back to you.
They are game. These guys are game. I'm very excited for this match. Cameron Fardad's fighting out of Thor's Pugilist Gym. Fantastic coach, amazing team. And John Brumley, all of his wins are by
Finishes,
right?
correct.
And he's got one no contest, but he was actually robbed. He beat the hell out of the guy. So this is going to be a barn burner fight. Very excited about this.
So with us at the desk right now, we have Jonathan Powell, man that I'm so excited to speak to, so excited to watch you fight. I'm following you online. I am kind of a little fanboy of you from Northern California, just to let you know. Why? Because I love grapplers. That's my shit. I'm that type of dude, and any grappler that shows skill, that's coming up and shredding through people, I enjoy. So you're a man that I really enjoy. Thank you so much for being here with us. Now, you're looking at this stare down, right? It got more and more intense by the second. And so, looking at these two fighters, do you see any chink in the armor from either one of these men?
No, not really. I know both these guys are.
Can you adjust you a little bit more?
Both these guys are, talented individuals, and I'm excited to watch the fights.
And from what we're seeing right there, right? I'm seeing Just Bleed. Now, we had a fighter breakdown. And I kind of picked a different person at that fighter breakdown where we were talking about fights, because what we do on our show with Old and New Money podcast, we do a breakdown of every fighter, right? Just to let you know, I'm gonna be your friend. Of course, I picked you to win the fight, okay? But in this fight, I kind of picked Cameron Fardad to win this fight. Now I'm seeing it a little bit different. After seeing him stand here, I'm leaning a little bit more to Just Bleed. Do you think I'm correct in that pick right there?
Yes. I've seen him fight multiple times over the years. I
Nice.
think he really has that dog. He's gonna pull out.
Excellent.
It's an appropriate nickname, too. I watched him. He was taking a look at the cage earlier, and they're scrubbing it, and he was very dismayed because he said, I could hear him saying under his breath, "Oh, they're taking the bloodstains out of the canvas." Damn. So Just Bleed, he is all about bringing the blood. This guy, that fight is going to be unbelievable.
It is the October Halloween show.
Now, Jonathan, we just had Jesse Langarica up here. Now, you're making your pro debut. He's a rising star on the card tonight.
You know him as a fighter.
He kind of called you out over here on this table. What do you have to say about that? What do you think about Jesse calling you out? A man making his pro debut here for UNF.
Jesse's not gonna see as a bitch.
Damn.
Straight out.
Look at this camera right
Jesse
here.
Longarcia
Look at that camera right there.
Jesse Longarcia is a bitch.
Why?
I'll say that how many times I can.
Why?
Maybe it's just for show. That's what he's doing, but he knows the truth.
Look at Jesse straight in the eyes when you're talking to him.
He knows the truth. He's come to train at our gym, and we don't get down like that. We don't put out. We say, the training that how it goes in the gym, but for him, I'll tell you, he got walked down every time.
Damn.
Every time he came to the gym, he got walked down. He broke. He quit.
Well, he had a very different story.
Yeah. And if he's very confident in that, he can pull out the footage. He can show the world if they want to see it.
Well, how about this? How about we have you and him on an interview? You pull out your footage. I'll have him pull out the footage. We'll put it together for you guys. You guys can do a nice conversation on Zoom. I'll narrate it.
I'm not.
Yeah, Jesse's got to beat Rojas to get at this guy.
That's not happening.
What do you think? Who do you got on that fight? Rojas or Jesse?
100%. I train with both guys, and Rojas is way more technical than Jesse, and he has way more heart. So, and I think that's going to show in this fight.
What do you think what's the edge? What do you see? The grappling, the striking, the foot movement, kicks. What's the edge? Where do you see that the fight that your boy Rojas is going to finish Jesse?
Anything David wants to do, to be honest.
Anything.
If he goes to the ground, David's going to choke him out. If he stands with David, he's going to knock him out.
So you just think Jesse's outclassed and
he's terrible.
So when you call, when you call someone a bitch, those are very strong words. When you call someone and say, Jesse, you're a bitch. Now, why? What did he do to you personally that pissed you off so bad to call him that? Because in the world of mixed martial arts, we all respect each other, right?
Yes.
You beat me, I beat you. It's all good. It's right.
Yeah.
But Jesse seems to piss off a lot of people. Why does he get that rage at you? 'Cause you've been out here, andVe been chilling with you for the past couple of hours in the weigh-ins, talking, having a good time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I mention the name of Jesse, and your whole demeanor changes. Why?
I'm usually a classy person. But,
I see that.
I am real, and I'm always be real, no matter what. And if I see a fake bitch, I'm going to call him out. It's that simple. It's that simple.
And what do you do? What do you want to do to this guy? If I make a phone call and I hit up Ryan and say, Ryan, I think you should put these guys together in the ring. How soon would you like to fight? After this fight, say, no major damage, and you come out clean, how soon would you like to fight Jesse? But he's got to
be, Jesse has to turn pro.
And he has to get through your boy
He
Rojas.
ain't getting through him. And I bet everything on the house, if they offer him that fight, he's not taking it.
He's not taking it?
Not taking it.
Look at him right there and tell Jesse, if I accept it, you're not going to take it.
He knows. I don't have to say it. He's not going to take it. He's not going to take it.
All right,
So-
so up next, we've got Desmond Alvarado and Danny Labastida in the 125-pound division. This one, I think I might be more excited about any other fight on the card.
Technical-wise,
We got,
fight-wise, yeah.
And personality-wise. Very interesting stories with both these guys.
Yes.
Double title fight. Here we go. We've got a little video promo, right? All right, let's play this thing.
Desmond Alvarado, 5-0, undefeated. 4 of his 5 fights have been under the UNF banner, and he looks pretty much unstoppable at this point. He just won our 135 title at the last fight, and now he's going for double champ status.
He's a dynamic grappler who loves to actually entertain.
Daniel Labastida is an absolutely colorful character. Nothing seems to flap him. He seems unflappable.
Even his losses are against guys that are, top 10 ranked in the state of California. So he's proven that he belongs.
You can expect an absolute war. These two guys are evenly matched. It should be one hell of a fight.
We got
sitting with us here. Thanks
excited.
for joining us, brother. We just had your best friend on a minute earlier, Jesse Lagarica. But I don't want to take the shine off. We've just watched Desmond Alvarado and Danny Labastida. And so let's go to the weigh-in first. Over to Schmo.
Thanks, guys. Up next, we have the UNF Rising Stars flyweight title on the line and the California State title for the 125-pound weight division on the line as well. Introducing first out of the blue corner, fighting out of Axe Academy and the Pugilist Gym, we have Daniel Labastida.
Hey, Danny.
Danny Labastida fighting out of Pugilist Gym.
124.4.
He is going to come for this man's
He's very well coached by Thor.
And his opponent, the current 135-pound Rising Stars UNF champion, fighting out of CMMA, we have Desmond Alvarado.
Desmond Alvarado is also fantastically coached by his father. His father is a black belt. He's been having his black belt for a long time.
123.8.
You know, you see this matchup right here, right?
Going for the inaugural champ status, and up next fighting.
Watch this stare down.
Almost 100.
All right, David. Seems very
So check this out, Mr. Rojas.
Desmond's ready to go.
Look in the stare and look at both these men.
Somebody's walking out the double champ.
Who's more relaxed? Who do you see is more confident this time?
All right, Desmond, we'll start with you. You're going for something we've never seen before, and up next fighting champ status, the double champ, 135-pound division, 125-pound division. Oh, by the way, we got the state title on the line, too. What would all this gold, all these accolades mean to you?
I mean, of course it would mean a lot, but these are just consequences of being successful at what you love doing. So that's what matters the most. You know, the real bout is getting in there with Daniel, fighting, breaking him, and taking his soul from him. You know, that's what it's about.
Daniel, he's talking about breaking your soul. You guys just faced off. What would this victory mean for you?
It would mean I'm pretty good at fighting.
Certainly would mean that. How do you predict being victorious inside the cage?
By doing my best.
And that's all you need?
Yes.
You won't let him do his best. How are you going to prevent him from being successful and getting his hand raised tomorrow evening?
I mean, that's easy. You know, every time I step in that cage, I just do my best, and of course, it's been enough every time. You know, I work, I live this life, that's what I do. So, you know, that he has to be prepared for that, not me.
Final thoughts before we let you go.
I think I am prepared.
Here we go.
You look prepared.
Man of few
Thank
words,
you.
but when he gets
I
in
know
the
I've
ring,
done everything I could do to be prepared.
Man of many words. We look forward to seeing you inside the cage compete. Final thoughts.
Not online, he don't got little words. He has more interviews than he has fights.
Dang.
I don't know. They just keep putting cameras and microphones in my face.
There it is. You know, I'm looking forward to it. At the end of the day, you know, all this really don't matter. What matters is when we get into the cage. At the end of the day, like I said, I took this fight because I think it's going to be an exciting fight. I think that's what Ryan booked this fight. That's what we're here to do. He knows what he's in for. I know what I'm in for. Let's go do it.
Let's get a handshake out of you two gentlemen. We can't wait for this one.
See,
guys, back to you.
This is going to be an absolute incredible battle. You know, Danny Labastida has a lot of soul and a lot of spirit. You know, you can just tell when he talked to me. Insanely sincere, if you will. But Desmond said, "I'm going to take his soul in there." Danny's going to come for his head because he's walking out of there with the title.
There's some fights that are out here that are so much fun, and you see the way they act, the way they move, the interviews. He says it's so simple. I don't know. They just put a bunch of cameras in front of my face. Why? Because this guy's a fun guy. He's simple. He's not complicated. He tells you what's on his mind. But the way he fights is so incredibly exciting. And his opponent knows that too. So he's trying to get in his head. But you see Danny's not getting intimidated. He's like, we're going to fight. He's looking straight at him, not scared. And so you look at this face-off, right? You see this face-off. Who do you have more confidence in? Just the way they were facing each other up.
I got to go with my teammate Desmond. You know, he's got I feel like he has more experience. He's clearly a champion right now for the 135. So, you know, he has fought for gold already. You know?
Yes.
So, the setting for him is not something that's new to him. And, you know, he looks very confident. In camp, he's been fucking phenomenal.
You train with him personally? Hands-on? Problems. Just give me problems. Yeah, his problems. And his dad's training him also, right?
Yeah.
That's a black belt?
That's a black belt. You know, he's a black belt as well. Big advantage there. Yeah, so it's like, you know, his dad is constantly in his corner. And, you
helping him out too. He's not like one of those nagging people.
Yeah.
So it's dope. It's dope seeing that relationship
Correct.
between father and son, and they're both locked into the goal.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's going to be a tough dynamic for Danny to break, right?
So, David, we got a video now. It's David Rojas, Jesse Langarica, a little promo. The Grudge match, UNF's biggest bad blood event.
Here we go.
UNF13.
But somebody like this is garbage, and he doesn't even know it.
I can kill you, Jesse. I swear to God. I'm gonna kill you.
I think he's a bitch that needs a lesson. You're a tune-up. You're a tune-up fight. I'm gonna retire you.
I'm gonna put him on the stretcher.
This is the biggest grudge match in the history of the Rising Stars division.
We were scheduled to fight back in May. I broke my hand in the training camp for the fight.
So I stayed quiet, I didn't say anything. A few days later, fight week come up, he tags me in a post and says, count your days. And I'm just like, well, who the f are you? I'm gonna talk some shit.
Once I knock you the f out, I'm gonna visit you at hospital with nice flowers. Then I'm gonna take your girl out and then I'll take you out.
Jesse.
He's just disrespected me in like really any way he could. He disrespected my ex-girlfriend, so I think he crossed the line and I want to make him pay for that.
He said something about my mom, but it's just, he's a little kid, so it doesn't really fucking matter to me. This is where fucking wolves eat. This is where lions eat. He's a fucking sheep.
It's personal. Girlfriends were involved, families. It's getting a little ugly, but they can settle this in the cage, and that's what they're gonna do October 21st.
David, I hope you're training hard. It doesn't really matter because I'm still gonna beat you. I'm still gonna hurt you very bad. I'm gonna make you pay for all the things that you said.
Jesse, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna really change your perspective. I'm gonna change your life. I'm gonna change your fucking face. I get to legally murder somebody on October 21st. And you guys get to watch it, and then we get to go fucking turn up and dance on his dead body.
Off of that promo right there, we got the man laughing right here. Laughing. Why you laughing at boy Jesse, bro? I love you. I love Jesse. I love this whole rivalry. Why are you laughing at Jesse?
He's a fucking clown, man.
Look straight at that camera. Look and tell him.
You're a clown, bro. I can't wait because all this talking doesn't mean shit no more. Now we get to fucking fight. You weighed in. I was scared he wasn't gonna show up, and he fucking showed up. And now we get to fucking fight tomorrow. I don't give a fuck about anything.
I can tell, man.
I just want to fucking step in there and shut him the fuck up.
So
I gotta say, you had maybe one of the best trash talking lines I've heard in a long time when you told him, after I knock your ass out, I'm gonna go to the hospital with flowers and take you and your girl out on a nice date afterwards. We were laughing about that afterwards.
We still laugh.
Forever.
We still laugh.
That is a legendary line, man. So well done, well done. Hey, man, you were selling this fight very well. Appreciate it.
But it's true anger, it's true rage between you guys. You guys really don't like each other, and you're not the only one. You know how many fighters come on here and we talk to around here that I don't like Jesse. I want Jesse next. There's like a lot of people that want to put it on him.
Well,
Why do people see you?
Like we gotta be real. He's targeting the whole MMA community. He's
Correct.
over here just talking shit to coaches. He's talking shit to people, like pro fighters. He's not even a pro fighter himself. So it's like you're talking to people that are pro, people that have way more fights than you, that can fucking demolish your face, and then yet when it comes to push to shove, he doesn't want to fight him. See, I had to push this little bitch into the corner for him to fight me. Like I had to do all this shit. I had to talk all this shit. I had to post him. I had to do all this so he can fucking finally nut up, and then I'm gonna shut him up tomorrow.
So you forced him to get into the ring with you. So you pretty much are telling me you got mind control over the man right now. Is that what you're saying?
Can you guys not see?
I'm just letting them. If for people that don't see it, I'm just making it obvious.
You can put words. I'm just saying, man. I manifested for this to happen, and tomorrow I'm gonna kill somebody.
Correct. Well, we've spoken offline, and you talked about this. We spoke about this offline, and you're like, yeah, I'm going to make this guy. This is exactly what I'm going to do. You have a game plan. We've spoken about it, obviously. I don't talk about your game plan, But I'm super excited about you living your dream. How fun is it to live your dream? Because not a lot of men are able to live their dreams out. You literally are living your dream.
Yeah.
So talk to the people. How are you able to reach that dream? How much hard work did you put into this?
Years, man. I fucking moved out of my house when I was 19 years old.
Okay.
18 actually.
Me too. 18.
Yeah, I started doing it on my own, Doing it on my own, I started fucking working hard, and after 5 years of fucking hard work on all the knowledge that I retained and all the stuff and all the fights, I got to, showcase my skills. I get to actually put
Brother, let me tell you something, brother. You know, last time we spoke and we were on our podcast, Old and New Money podcast, which you did great on there. When I told you Northern California knows about your fighting style, do you know that the West Coast is talking about your fight? The West Coast is talking about it. The West Coast is knowing all about this. Everyone wants to know about you. They're laughing at all this thing that's going on. They're following you. I'm sure your Instagram followers are coming up.
I feel all the love, you know. But the thing is, I created this fucking fight. My shit talking, all this shit, my face. What I
Like you said, you forced them.
this fight. Bro, and you're going to go in there and shine. Exactly. That's how I feel, man.
We're excited now.
Next guys are coming up to the scales. We've got Stone Lavelle versus Sean Crenshaw. It's a title fight in the middleweight division. Let's go to the preview first.
Stone Lavelle's got dynamite in both his hands. This guy is an absolute athlete.
He's kind of the young pup that is looking to build his career through this Rising Stars division.
I'm really excited to see Sean on the Up Next card. He's an OG in the Los Angeles South Bay area.
You can consider Crenshaw kind of a gatekeeper. He's been through a lot of battles.
But the stakes are high for this fight. There's a 185 state title on the line and the UNF 185 title. So I'm excited to see what Stone can bring when all the pressure's on and the lights are on. And that's what, you know, the Rising Stars division is all about.
Are you ready? Are you truly up next?
Yes. Yes, so excited about this one.
Title fight. Here we go. Over to you, Schmo.
Two great fighters.
Thanks, guys. Up next on the line in the middleweight division, we have the Rising Stars title on the line. We have the California State title on the line. Up first, out of the blue corner, representing Dynamics MMA, we have Lionheart Sean Crenshaw. 185 even. And his opponent, training out of CMMA, we have Stone Cold Stone Lavelle. 183.6.
Wait. What was your name?
Cameron Fordot.
All right, Stone.
Here we go. Check this out. Check this out, Cameron. What are you seeing right here at the spot? What are you seeing at the face-off?
I'm looking at a couple of really big 85ers here. Beasts. I mean, like, the jump between a 70-pounder and an 85er.
All right, Stone.
I feel like
Got you right here, my man. What'd you see out of your opponent's eyes when you guys just stared off right here on stage?
I see a guy who's coming to fight, you know. I expected this before, and that's what we prepared for, is a guy who looks to fight, you know. We're going to go out there tomorrow, and we're going to put on a show. Regardless of what happens for either person, we're coming to fight, both of us.
We got two titles on the line. We got the Rising Stars belt. We got the California State belt. But what matters most to you, my man?
Both, man. I'm going to get both of the belts. I just want to put on a good show and get that W, represent my team and my friends, family, you know.
How do you feel you'll be victorious inside the Up Next cage tomorrow evening?
However it happens, it's going to happen. Looking for a finish, yeah. No decisions.
I'm excited about Sean. I'm excited about Sean fighting.
No decisions, looking for a finish. When you hear that out of your opponent, you know he's game. How do you predict getting your hand raised?
Absolutely. I come with the same mentality. You know, we don't come here to fuck around in the cage and just hold each other and lay around. You know, both of us are fighters, and that's what we look to do.
What do the two gold belts mean to you?
It means everything. It's the first step on a long journey. Hopefully it's a long journey of belts, you know, but yeah, this is a good first step for me.
Final thoughts before we all see you compete tomorrow evening?
Tune in. I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Final thoughts?
Yeah, gonna be a good show. Tune in. You're gonna enjoy it.
Two game men, guys. Back to you.
If there's any sleeper fights on this card right now, it is this card right here. I've been watching these guys fight. I've been watching their old fights, the way their demeanor is. This morning I talked to both of them. Fantastic. Both are ready, right? When I talk to fighters and ask them, who do you think is gonna take this fight? It's kind of split, right? But the majority, I'm gonna say about 60% of the fighters are going with Stone Lavelle. But the way I'm talking to Sean, he's extremely confident. His grappling skills are on point. What do you know about this man right here?
Well, let's introduce the man first. We got Cameron.
I want action, brother.
Yeah, he's taking action all day long. It's all good.
Hey, we love that. Exactly. Both of these guys, you know, like a couple of physical specimens. I know both of the Lavelle brothers are good wrestlers, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Lavelle's brother is a Chase Lavelle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so his brother is also, you know,
super high level
incredible,
wrestler.
yeah.
And Crenshaw's a brown belt, jiu-jitsu.
Okay, so
You know, the thing is it depends what kind of, I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt myself, and so I know there are differences between jiu-jitsu practitioners, right?
Correct.
Some jiu-jitsu practitioners are very competition only. They're going to be inverting a lot.
There's
They're not too
jiu-jitsu
good on
fighters,
stop pressure.
jiu-jitsu practitioners, jiu-jitsu fighters.
Totally, 100%.
Correct.
And if you're from like the old school, the Vale-Tudo side,
Or have been trained by the old school.
or have been trained by the old school, you're going to have that top pressure. You're going to have takedowns in your arsenal for sure. But if you're part of sort of that newer school, get an advantage and stall until the time runs out sort of a thing, it's going to be tough for you to have success in an MMA fight because you need to get the fight to the ground, and you need to just deal with the general roughness and physicality of an MMA fight, which is just on a different level.
Especially at this 185-pound weight. It's a different level. You can kind of get away with that at the lighter weights. But once you get into 185 and up, it's big boys. You're smashing.
I say 85 is when we start to see the freaks.
Correct.
Right? Like the physical freaks, the guys who could have gone and played football, the guys who could have gone and played another sport, and they chose fighting. And we saw, in my opinion, a couple of freaks up there.
But you also...
So Stone Lavelle's only loss is to Jake Babian, right? You know, so this guy is game. This absolutely top-level fighter. He's going to bring it. But, you know, Cameron, you got your own fight ahead of you to worry about. You're going in there to face John Just Bleed Brumley. All his victories are finishes, and we got a chance to talk to him earlier. He's a very composed, very calm guy. So are you, too. This is going to be a very, I feel, intellectual fight.
He did tell me something also before the fight. He told me, you know what? I didn't like what you said about me on your breakdown fight when I spoke about him. I don't know if you saw that, but we had a breakdown of your fights, his fights, compared to who I thought was going to win, and I picked you to win by a certain way, right? And was I correct the way I talked about your fighting, the way I think you're going to win? Was I correct, accurate, or what do you think about that?
Well, the fact is this, right? When it comes to the grappling, I saw his last fight. I teach jiu-jitsu. I've been practicing jiu-jitsu my whole life.
You recently got your black belt, correct?
I got my black belt in 2019.
2019, okay.
I recently got my first degree on my black belt last December.
Okay.
And when you watch somebody in grappling, someone who has a seasoned eye, you can see if people have the right reactions, the wrong reactions.
Correct.
I'm just saying on the grappling, from the grappling front, he could have spent every minute of his life training jiu-jitsu between his last fight and now. Every minute of his life. And it would not be enough to bridge the gap between his grappling and mine.
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to say that, I'm going to be able to just take him down and submit him right away because I do have to take him down and do have to contend with his punches. He has very good straight punches.
Great punches.
And a long reach, yeah.
And a long reach, 100%. But I'm also tall and long. And I don't think he's fought anyone with the reach that I have. All of his opponents have been significantly shorter than him. And when you have such a mismatch in the grappling, you cannot strike the way that you normally strike. Everything is inhibited. You have to be worried about the takedown at all times. There's an entire...
The kicks disappear. The kicks disappear.
The kicks disappear. The really overextending on your punches
Disappears. The power disappears.
The power disappears, and I just know that every punch he throws, he's going to be waiting for me to change levels.
Correct. 10 into it every single time.
So with a mismatch like that,
So when you looked at this fight, when you looked at him, you accepted the fight, right? Because I talked to him. I mean, looking on tape, that's why I picked you, right? In the Fighter Breakdown, right? I picked you also by submission. But when I talked to him today, he looked extremely comfortable, extremely confident. He goes, yeah, I saw what you did. Like, I know you didn't pick me. I'm going to prove you wrong. But he was extremely confident. Where do you think that confidence comes from when you're looking at an opponent like that? Because if he's looking at you the way I'm looking at you, but I'm a grappler also. Right. I'm not a black belt, but I'm a decent grappler, right? So I understand the game, and I've been in the games. I've been in the fights. So when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say it's a crazy mismatch, but you got the edge for sure when I'm looking at it as a fighter. But we understand the fight game. He understands the fight game. Where do you think his confidence comes from?
I think, he has 10 fights. He has had a lot of ups and downs. He's suffered loss before, and he knows that, as I do, loss doesn't change who you are as a person.
No.
And,
he's going to the next fight.
Right, so he has no reason not to be confident because he doesn't have another choice, If you're not confident, quit. Because you're going to walk in there and someone who is confident is going to beat you before we even get into the cage in the first place.
Well, let me ask you. There's confidence and there's false confidence. He is confident. So in the game, when you're looking at them, breaking down a fighter, because every fighter has a little kink in their armor, or they think a little bit better. In this case, he thinks he's a little better in certain situations against you. Where do you think he believes he's better than you? Is it striking, the jab, overhand, the power, where?
100%. He believes that he's going to be able to box me in this fight. Like you said, you don't want to throw a lot of kicks.
Correct.
If you're afraid of getting taken down.
I wouldn't throw a single kick against you.
But he doesn't really throw many kicks anyways, to tell you the truth. I've watched his fights.
Correct.
He thinks he's going to be able to box me, but
He's got a good jab.
The person to take down is a boxer.
Why is that?
Because in order to box efficiently, shift your weight from your right side to your left side throwing, you need to have a good base and to be balanced. You can't be defending takedowns and fluidly throwing your hands at the same time. Those things don't coexist.
So you're extremely confident. What round do you think you're going to finish him off?
I don't see him making out of the first round, to tell you the truth.
Out of the first round?
I don't see him making out of the first round.
Wow.
Because it's a vast difference in the jiu-jitsu ability. I've seen him on his back recently. Flat legs, you know what I mean? No getting on your side.
We could see it in the tape. When we looked through your IG and going through your tape on you, right away we're like, oh, this guy's been training a very long time.
Savage.
Very quality of movement, we can tell. But we're going to go back to the scales, guys. We got
Can you hang out?
fight.
Hang out.
Thank you, Cameron Fardad. Good luck with your fight. We got 155-pound fight with Zachary Kurchinski versus Adam Garcia. Over to you, Schmo.
Thanks, guys. Up next in the 155-pound weight division, introducing first out of the blue corner, fighting out of Project Perlman, we have Vista Adam Garcia. 154.8. And his opponent, fighting out of the Axe Academy and Pugilist Gym, we have ZK Zach Krasinski. 154.8. Gentlemen, make your marks.
1, 2. Here we go. We're back.
Here we go. Check out the stare down. Krasinski versus Garcia in the lightweight division. John King is here sitting with us. This is the pro matchmaker, right?
Commentator. I know. That's why we let him. We let him speak every
Zach and Adam, guys, what do all the fans have in store from watching you two compete inside the Up Next Fighting Cage tomorrow evening?
I think the fans are going to see a great fight. I think they're going to get excitement. I think they're going to get everything that they're paying for.
I agree. They're going to get a great fight, and there's going to be no scorecard, no judges involved.
How do you predict finishing this man?
I can't say specifically, but I only go for KOs and submissions. So,
KO or submission. How do you feel about that?
It's going to be fireworks. I'm going for the same thing, Schmo.
Going for the same thing. Won't disappoint.
Let's hope not.
Of course. Final thoughts.
Good luck to Adam, game opponent. Thanks for the fight.
Exactly. Let's get this going, man. One more sleep.
One more sleep. Guys, back to you.
Krasinski looks very hostile, very ready. We got Adam Garcia, very lively, very pleasant, very chill, but focused, right? When you look at these two fighters, brother, what do you see in both of these men?
Well, I've actually seen both of them fight, so, you can expect a war. Both of them bring the fight to it. Both move forward the whole time. So, when you have two guys that are going to meet in the center of the cage, it's going to be an absolute war.
Just a fun time with both of these men. And both of these guys are ready. I talked to them earlier, and I see Adam is extremely focused. Both men are ready to go. I see one a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more relaxed, and I'll tell you why. Because Adam is surrounded by, he has a family. He's always got to be a little bit more polite. So he's got to be able to be a man that comes to the ring and turns the switch to be extremely aggressive, extremely hostile, right? Because he has a family, he has a wife, he has 2 daughters, and so around them, he's got to be more gentle. So mixed martial artists like this, he's got to learn to balance everything, right? And isn't it impressive the way these guys, you're out here talking to them so polite, respectful, and then they get in the ring, and you're literally 2 or 3 feet away from them, watching them break each other's faces.
Yeah.
How they turn up. Isn't that just amazing?
It's just a testament to the professionalism that they have as young fighters. These guys take themselves very seriously.
Yeah.
Their careers are very serious. They want to make it to the next level. And unfortunately, someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. And, we get to be the benefit of watching that happen. But,
Who do you think has more fun, them or us? Or them or you being next to the next to the ring.
He ain't going to take my seat from me, that's for sure.
Is there a fight on this card tonight that you're most looking forward to?
Main event, of course. Taco Padilla versus Justin James. You know, Justin James is a veteran of the UFC. He's got 5 fights. I believe he knocked out Frank the Crank, who's a very well-known fighter, Frank Camacho. And he's an extremely well-rounded fighter, but he's going up against a juggernaut, an equal opportunity ass kicker, as I call him, Taco Padilla. This guy, he's nasty on the ground. He's nasty on his feet. He's like a Swiss Army knife. He can beat you in a host of different ways. So it should be a great fight.
All right, so we got a quick preview here with Justin James, ex-UFC fighter, fighting for the title.
Here we go. We're ready.
Justin James, he's one of those UFC vets that are coming to the Up Next cage that brings power with him. Every punch that he throws from both hands is something that can end the fight on any second.
He's coming into the UNF cage looking for a title. He's an absolute savage on the mat, equally opportunity ass kicker, as I like to call him. He is dangerous wherever the fight goes, and it should make for a hell of a fight.
He's got all the pedigree to be a huge test at this particular level. And if he passes it, then he may get that call back to the UFC.
He's relentless. He comes forward the whole time, and you know if he's in a fight, it's going to probably be a dog fight. This is definitely Taco Padilla's toughest test yet, and I'm excited to see what happens on October 21st.
That one is going to put this place on fire. Justin James seems like a really interesting guy, too. He's a hunter, a family man, amazing career, and now he's gracing the UNF cage Saturday night facing Taco Padilla. And I think that's going to be the scariest fight on UNF13.
One of the things is sometimes fighters from UFC come in and they think they're going to have an easy fight because it's not the UFC. How much of a badass is Taco Padilla, and how much of a war is this going to be for the man that coming from?
I mean, you're not going to get an easy fight.
No, not here.
That's a testament to my pro matchmaker, George Pascamagian. Carefully crafts these fights to make the most entertaining scrap for the fans and for the fighters, giving them the opportunity to reach the next level. Very often, you know, a fight that's entertaining for the fans doesn't do anything for the fighter. George tries to make sure that both the fighters are taken care of and the audience is going to go home. You know,
So out of all these organizations that Justin James could have went to, why do you think he picked Up Next Fighting?
Because we're up next.
We're up next. You know, the whole...
You know, if you could not ask for a better platform, you know, to try to vault yourself back to the next level, than you can with Up Next Fighting. We give these guys the opportunity. You have your podcast here, giving some extra shine to the fighters. So
we got a stare down going on right now.
Pretty cool.
Let's go over to
Let's go to the Schmo.
We had some antsy fighters, guys. They wanted to weigh in. We have Johnny O'Neill. We had Eduardo Zarhate, 145-pound weight division. All right, guys, let's do an interview. They want to chime in right now. What'd you see out of your opponent's eyes when you just faced off with him?
See, he's ready, so we're going to get down and dirty tomorrow. He's ready.
Down and dirty.
Yeah.
What is your prediction?
My prediction for the fight?
Yes.
I'd hope I'd win, so I'm predicting to win. So I hope to put on a show. I feel like every single fight I do fight is always fun, so expect to have a fun performance.
Why are you so nice? Too nice is the moniker, and you're living up to it. Why are you too nice?
I don't know, actually. You got to thank my dad, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
But you got to switch to become violent tomorrow evening inside the cage when the door locks.
Oh, hell yeah. I feel like there's like a switch in me that kind of clicks when it's time to go. So right now I'm pretty chill, but when it's time to go, it's time to go.
All right, the switch isn't on yet. Final thoughts for tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow we're going to make it dirty. Tomorrow's not a Muay Thai fight. Tomorrow is a MMA fight. So we're going to go a lot tomorrow.
They're going to get nasty.
There it is. They're going to get nasty. You're going to be nice. You're going to be dirty. Guys, back to you.
Well, here, they said something here that's very important, right? Like when we go to these fights, sometimes we go to prep promotions where they do Muay Thai and MMA. So he said something when we say Muay Thai is very nice, it's pleasant to look, as vicious, as aggressive, but then he says, this ain't Muay Thai, we're going to get dirty, we're going to get nasty. And that's what I think of MMA is. You get dirty, you get nasty, you get in there. What do you see as far as the biggest difference in Muay Thai and MMA?
Well, Muay Thai is obviously the art of 8 limbs. It's a stand-up, fight, utilizing knees and elbows. Mixed martial arts, you can use Muay Thai, you can use Jiu-Jitsu, you can use anything. And, Johnny O'Neill is a very well-rounded fighter. He may train out of a Muay Thai academy, Saxon's Muay Thai, but he is a very well-rounded fighter.
He's a purple belt.
Takedowns, got good Jiu-Jitsu. So, it may get a little dirty, but, he's not the type of guy to shy away from getting dirt on his uniform.
Another CMMA fighter on the card.
Well, I've seen a lot of his fights also. He's dropped a lot of people, like a lot of people. And these punches that this young man throws, they're out of nowhere. Yeah. Like these fighters are standing, they're looking confident when they're in the ring right in front of them. All of a sudden, half a second later, they're literally on the ground.
There's no read. Yeah, he's a very slick striker. You know.
And that's one of the fun things. Now, are we taking away?
So let's go back to the main event here because these guys are about to weigh in. Taco Padilla for the title, right?
It's Justin James.
Walking here against Justin James, UNF13, the main event. Let's just touch on Taco Padilla one more time.
What makes him such a hostile, such a fan favorite out here? Why?
He is a vicious, violent fighter.
He's a fighter's fighter. He gets out here.
He doesn't come out to try to win a decision. He's trying to cut you. He's trying to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
He's a gentleman. Don't get me wrong, but he's a professional, and he's trying to punch his ticket to where Justin James has already been.
Correct.
So he's going to use any method that he can. I call him a Swiss Army knife because he can beat you with elbows. He can beat you with knees. He's got vicious chokes. He can beat you in a host of different ways. So it's Taco Tuesday, baby.
And let's see the preview. Go on to Taco's preview.
Taco Padilla, I know everybody talks about him. He's UNF's champion. When you call out, one of the white hottest fighters, in an organization and back it up, the resounding victory, you deserve all the accolades that you're getting.
Gulo had been untouchable. He had 6 straight victories. He was knocking out everybody, but that came to a stop. That freight train came to a stop. And who was it that did it? It was Taco Padilla.
What the Schmo likes about him, he's got this kill or be killed mentality, and he leaves it all on the line every single time he competes inside the cage.
Taco Padilla is a seasoned fighter. He's seen it all. He's durable, he's got cardio for days. He's a dangerous fighter all around.
Taco's too vicious. His opponent's too vicious. This is a fight. We don't know when it's going to end, but it's going to end. This fight is for 3 rounds or less, and it's going to be less.
When we talk about a vicious fighter, when everyone says this fighter is a 3-round fight, but it's going to end in less. When this man Taco walked in, he looked mean. When he weighs in, he weighs mean. When he talks to you, he looks mean. When he fights, he looks mean. There's fighters, and then there's mean-ass fighters. Taco's like a mean-ass fighter, and we all know, and we all understand when you're looking at a mean-ass fighter in the ring, it's just a different level of mean, right? And this man's got, and it's fun.
He's tougher than a $3 steak from Denny's. He's vicious, and he's extremely violent, and that's why he's such a crowd favorite here at Up Next Fighting. So cannot wait to see this main event go down.
Now, how many fights has this man had in here, and how many times has he electrified the crowd? How many? Every time that he comes in, everyone's loving this guy, And for you as a commentator, when you see this guy, it amps you up a little more, right?
Yeah, because you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get. He leaves everything inside the cage. He gives his 100% best effort. So, when you have a fighter like that leaves everything in the cage, you kind of know going into it what to expect.
Yes.
It's going to be a very violent affair.
Right on, John. Thank you. So we're going to go back to the Schmo now. We've got Jake Babian up into the scale. Unfortunately, his opponent disappeared on him.
Cried like a little girl so many times. The fraudulent wolf.
We'll change his name here.
The crybaby wolf. And this poor guy, that guy should just delete his Instagram. There's one of the things about this man, about men, that we do not respect. The Flakers. Here we go, Schmo.
Thanks, guys. Proudly representing Hawaii out of Team Body Shop, we got Jake the Barbabian weighing in.
He's on weight.
175 chiseled even.
No fighting, I still show up. No fighting, I still show up. Who's the champ? I'm the champ. Let's go. Who wants some of this? Let's go. December 2nd, baby. The return.
He's animated. December 2nd, you're already calling the shots. You want to be back here Up Next Fighting? Anyone, anytime, anywhere.
Line them up, baby. I don't care. I want whoever wants it. I'm coming for all you motherfuckers. Let's go.
The Schmo would ask you what's going through your mind right now, but you're giving everybody a piece of your mind.
Man, whole fight camp, 3 days before the fight, opponent pulled out. So, we still show up ready to go. George did a lot doing the best he can, finding an opponent. But, it's the game, and it's the cost of doing business. So we're here, we're ready, and, I'm still clocking in, baby. Still got still got to have some fun, you know. So thank you guys. Appreciate Up Next and all the support. So.
Well, we appreciate you. Best of luck. We'll see you December 2nd. Guys, back to you.
So that is a nice surprise we just got. In addition to December 2nd card, we got Jake the Barbarian in the card. I wonder who he's going to fight, but tell us more about that card for December 2nd.
It's headlined by one of the best fights that I'm highly anticipating this fight. Cisco Rivera, UFC veteran. This guy's guns blazing, going up against another UFC veteran, sui generis Jesse Strader. This should be
Strader. Let's check out a preview for this December 2nd, UNF13.
Oh my God! Hasn't been able to pour it on. Oh my God! As I say that, let's go, man! Oh my Lord! We have a new champion!
Man, Jesse Strader versus Cisco Rivera, that is going to be fire. Incredible. Jesse Strader is on a tear, a real incredible pro for UNF. And tell us a little bit about that match.
Well, Jesse Strader is extremely well-rounded. Good grappling, Peterson grappling under Brian Peterson. Real good stand-up fighter. He's very well-rounded mixed martial artist. His opponent, Cisco Rivera, there's no questioning what Cisco's coming to do.
No
He's coming
quitting that
to
man.
take your head off with his hands. He's a vicious striker. So you have a real natural striker going up against a well-rounded mixed martial artist. It's going to be who touches who first.
Correct.
And that's good. I just can't wait to bear witness to it.
So, folks, just to let you know, tickets will be on sale Monday. So come check out this fight. It's going to be here at the Commerce Casino, same place we're at right now. And for those that have not bought their tickets yet, come on buy them, or you can buy us also online, pay-per-view. But this is going to be a fantastic fight tonight. And then our main event is on standby right now. We're ready to go to the Schmo. Take it away, Schmo.
Up next, we have our main event of the evening. We have the 155-pound title on the line. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, a veteran from the UFC. We have the Guitar Hero fighting out of Extreme Couture, Justin James.
UFC vet Justin James steps to the scale.
158.
Looks fantastic. Look at this man right here. A veteran of the UFC, shredded.
And his opponent, fighting out of CMMA, the reigning, defending 155-pound UNF champion, Chris Taco Padilla. 154.
So look at this guy, Taco. He's looking at the camera. He's just completely, look at this stare down.
Justin knows he's in for it, but this is what he is game.
Any chinks in the armor? None of them are showing anything. Oh, there it is. I saw a little something on Jesse. Justin. So Justin looks
All right,
confident.
Taco, we'll start with you, man. Every time you compete inside the cage, we know what to expect. We expect the blood, the guts, the violence. We have Halloween coming up right here. What can all your fans expect tomorrow evening inside the Up Next Fighting Cage?
I'm going to make it nasty, guys. It's going to be nasty and a lot of blood, guys. So just tune in, make sure we get out there, get your pay-per-views, guys, and let's get it done.
Justin, you fought the who's who in combat sports. It's been a couple years since we've seen you compete. What are you expecting when you compete inside the cage tomorrow evening?
I'm expecting Taco to bring it. I'm expecting violence from start to end. That's what this is. This isn't going 3 rounds. Somebody's getting finished tomorrow.
How do you predict getting that finish tomorrow evening? How will you be victorious?
Just sling these hands, man. I'm gonna find a home for these hands, and he's not gonna like it too much.
Taco, you've looked at your opponent eye to eye. You know he's game. You heard what he just said. What are your final thoughts?
Just like with Gulo, guys, when you hit me and you figure out that I'm not going away, that's when the fight turns on. So I'm ready to turn it up wherever we got to go. Me and my coach, we've been talking about it. We got to go to the abyss. We're ready. So let's do it.
Abyss.
You can feel the intensity here on stage. You don't want to miss it. This is your main event. Guys, back to you.
Taco Padilla, even his voice is a little bit scary. This guy is straight out of a horror movie. So We are now joined with Chad Fishburne. This is the ring announcer for UNF. Welcome, my brother.
Oh,
It's
man,
great
we
to work
enjoy.
with you again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being on the broadcast. I'm so excited for UNF the 13th.
So you're looking at the stare down, brother. UFC 13, but let's get to these motherfuckers. The face of both of these men. UFC fighter experience. You've been here a while. You've seen a lot of demeanors. This is a little different. Taco Padilla is coming in very intense. The whole time I'm looking at him, I'm like, this is a scary man. You see this? What are you thinking?
Okay, so I think they're both scary
Uh-huh.
because the only way I get in cages is with a microphone in my hand. But when someone says, I'm going to find a home for these hands, I'm pretty sure he's not talking about his pockets.
You know, this is one of the things I've never heard. I've never heard a man say, when you hit me and I don't go nowhere, is when the fight starts.
I've also never heard, I'm going to take you to the abyss. I mean,
yeah, that's some
chilling. It's bone-chilling stuff. This is perfect for this card. Halloween Eve, UNF the 13th. I mean, could we pick a better headlining fight?
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so because these guys, I mean, UFC, you guys already said it, UFC veteran versus the current champion. I mean, that's how you headline a UNF card. And if you are thinking about whether or not you need to come down to Commerce Casino, you do. You need to see it live in person. UNF puts on electric events.
Fun. This is something that's going to be growing and growing and growing. And you've been with them for a while now. And talk about how the events, working with Ryan and Chris Buckner, how every event just gets better and better and better.
It absolutely does. I've had the fortunate opportunity to work with them at the Club UNF events as well, with the Rising Stars, and they turned a nightclub into a fight club, and this is obviously a next level up from there with this card specifically. So you're exactly right. It gets better every single time.
Production is awesome here.
The production is awesome. The talent is, you guys have seen it on social media, and if you haven't, follow UNF Up Next Fighting on social media. They're signing new fighters almost every
All
week.
the time, yeah, correct.
So, and people want to come here because they know what type of show, they know what type of production, they know that it's going to help them get to that next level.
It's top level talent too. The fight game here it's different than any other Rising Stars, different than any other pro league. These guys are changing the game 100%. So Chet, can you tell us a little bit about your overseas fights? What's going on right now?
Absolutely. I
Please.
am going back to Sweden next week, actually, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So I'm happy to be here for UNF the 13th. But next week I'll be announcing for the Muay Thai for Life series based out of Gothenburg, Sweden. So I love all combat sports. I grew up watching boxing, and Michael Buffer is my guy.
Correct.
So I try and model what I do after him. Love Bruce Buffer as well, but if I had to pick one, that's Mike's my guy.
Uh-huh. I'm with you on that.
So when you get in the ring, you get a rare opportunity. You get to see these men right before they're about to go to war. What's that like? Looking in their eyes, you see all that emotion, right?
I see the emotion, but I also see that they're in business mode, and I respect that because even though my job is totally different than what they have to do in the cage, I feel the same way. Like, I am so laser focused, and you can see that laser focus. But yeah, like I said, the only way I'm getting in there is with a microphone. I ain't going. These guys are caged tigers,
Correct.
and I will say no thank you if somebody offers me a fight.
And here we go. We're going to take it to Schmo. We got another battle
Last fight of the night, we got Artem Afanasenko
versus
Carlos Figueroa.
Thanks, guys. Introducing first, weighing in out of the blue corner, representing NorCal Fighting Alliance, we have Carlos Figueroa. 145.6. And his opponent, out of the red corner, representing Syndicate MMA, Artem Afanasenko. 144.4.
Artem Afanasenko versus Carlos Figueroa, a Ukrainian versus a Bay Area native.
Bay Area. Here we go.
Sitting here with Taco Padilla. We're going to go over this one in a second, but let's watch the stare down.
Check this out, Taco. Talk to us about the stare down. Break that down. Where's the chink in the armor? Who's folding? Who's folding?
Guys don't want to stop looking each other in the eyes. The intensity can pierce everything, the intention with the knife. Artem, what do you see right now?
I see fear.
What do you see?
Kill or be killed, baby.
That's the Bay Area shit right there.
We'll see tomorrow.
We'll see, baby. We'll see who's fucking scared, motherfucker.
We'll see, motherfucker.
Ain't no fucking fear here.
We'll see.
Fucker. Yeah, we'll see.
Motherfucker. Fuck you.
Some bad blood. Artem, what do you see in his eyes, man?
No, bro. Just I don't care what I'm seeing in his eyes. I'm just wanna smash him tomorrow night. That's it, man. That's it.
How do you predict getting your hand raised and being victorious? How do you smash?
It doesn't matter. Striking, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, doesn't matter, brother. Doesn't matter.
I mean all business.
His face, yes, exactly.
There it is. Well, best of luck to you tomorrow evening.
We got the other fight
Hey,
right
what
here.
was that all about,
Well,
man?
got emotional.
I don't know. He's talking about he's gonna fucking smash, motherfucker. We'll see tomorrow. When he gets in there, he thinks he's just gonna walk right through me, but we'll see, baby.
How do you put him away?
Fuck any way I want. I can knock him out or I can submit him. This guy's fucking running, coming over here to America and hiding shit. We'll fucking see, baby.
What's he hiding?
I train with the best, baby. I train with David Terrell. I train with fucking the best in the world, baby. So we'll see, baby.
We'll see. All right, guys, back to you.
Damn, over here we still got the coach. See, that's at the time. That's the time when you gotta bring Carlos Figueroa. You gotta bring El Nino Melendez out here because you got the opposing coach talking shit to him. Coach, get off the stage, son. Let the fighters do what they're gonna do.
We're a little biased for that one because we're Bay Area guys, and Carlos Figueroa fights out of San Francisco out of Scrap Pack at El Nino. We know him. We know that team real well. So, obviously we're pulling for our local guy. He's fighting this Ukrainian. But, man, that stare down was
Talk about that, Taco. What'd you see there?
Personally, man, I try not to get too emotional in mine because sometimes, people say, like, what you say is what you think and it's how you feel, you feel me? So watching them, it's like, don't get over emotional where you're like, this was the game plan and you come in and you kind of wild out because you're like, oh, he called me this or he said I'm a bitch or this or whatever they said. It's like, nope, keep it cool, man. It for me, like Justin, it's like, okay, you don't smile at you, I'm gonna look at you. You can say you can throw whatever.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna find out, right? So.
Now let's talk about your fight, brother. So your opponent didn't make weight, right? So he's not eligible for the belt, right? But you, when you looked at him, how does it feel to look at your opponent, especially a game fighter that's been in the UFC, somewhere that you want to get to? When you see that, does he have something you want to take from him?
You know what, man? For me, it's about collecting souls, man. That's it. It's about taking souls.
You got like jars in your room on a shelf.
You see this? My coach gave me this. These are the bodies right here, baby.
Let me see that real quick, brother.
Check that out. Shout out to my girlfriend, too. She already knows where this is coming. I'm here to take some bodies, man. So, I respect Justin. Like, I would never say, oh, because he didn't make weight, he's going to be soft. He might be, but that's not for me to speculate on. My job is to get in there and expect the best. So, I'm ready. Like I said, like I told him, I'm ready to go to the abyss. If we got to go, hey.
Tell me, you said something I've never heard before. You said, when you hit me and I don't go nowhere, that is when the fight starts. What does that mean to you? I understand it, but what does it mean to you?
You know what? A lot of guys, when you're first coming up in the game, when someone hits you hard, you get angry, or someone hurts you to the body or something, you're kind of like, you're not used to that feeling. A lot of guys aren't used to it, so they fold. But you got to understand, man, it's like you take it and you go, okay, that's one. My other coach talked about, we call it moments. You have a moment in the fight. Sometimes guys think, oh, I got a moment, I won. And then when the moment changes for them, they're like, wait,
demoralized.
I was winning, what's going on?
Correct.
And that's where, again, I told my cameraman, I respect Gulo, I love Gulo, I love his style, I love everything he brought to the cage, I love our fight. But at the end of the day, it was about the same thing. When you hit me, because you're going to hit me, and I accept that. I understand you're a power puncher, that's your style. When you hit me and I don't, fall on the ground, or I don't go, ow, my eye, and then I elbow you in your face, or I knee you in your body, and you go, okay, I'll take that punch for that knee in your body. Let's see who it matters to more. And again, there's a reason I got that dub, because I was ready for it ever. There's nothing.
Man, when I say there's nothing in this game.
How good does it feel to keep collecting souls when you every win? Talk about the wins. Every win you get, how does it feel as a man?
Breaking, I love. There's no better feeling than breaking your opponent, man. Like when the referee has to pull you off and they tap. Yeah, I would love a quick knockout because it's nice.
Then you're ready for the next fight quick.
But then when you just slice someone up and you just see him going, it's like they're drowning in water and I'm the water,
Yeah.
So I love it.
Where do you get this mentality from? To be able to break people, drown them?
You know what, man? I would say it came from my coaches, but it also came from losses.
Mhm.
It's like when you lose, and then you go deeper into like, okay, why did I lose? And then you go, oh, this guy made you quit. This guy, because again, unless he knocks you out, if he submits you, if he ground and pounds you, any of the sort, that's you going, I don't want this.
What'd you learn from that?
I've learned, man, that, like I said, it don't matter. You can win a moment. You may win the first round. You may mount me, beat me up, whatever. But if I'm alive in that second round, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you for every second of the day. Again, it doesn't matter where.
You know what we've heard about you? This is what we've heard about you. So many fighters have said, you know what? That guy, every time he fights, he gets better throughout the round. He gets better, he gets stronger, better, stronger. And deep you go into the rounds, they say he just looks better, sharper, and stronger. How are you able to build that in yourself, that drive, that will?
Man, being broken in camp, going through training camp. But it's like a smart break where my coaches, it's not like, oh, go and spar and blast your head off until you're tired.
Okay.
It's a drill spar where it's like, okay, we're going to gauntlet you, and then after the gauntlet, go hit the pads, and then put the gauntlet back on. We're working only this specific thing. Oh, you want to do takedowns because that's what you like? You're going to box now. Now you're going to kickbox. Now you have to be uncomfortable the whole time. So that's why it's smoke wherever it
Your
goes.
mindset is unbelievable. I'm just picking up on it.
Fantastic.
You're so focused. We got to go back over to Schmo. We got one more fight.
You gonna hang out? Hang out, please.
It's a 140-pound fight. Over to you, Schmo.
Thanks, guys. Up next, we have representing the blue corner out of Fight Sports, Deerfield Beach, Lance Lee.
So Lance Lee came in
142.6.
a little heavy for this fight. I guess a catchweight fight as well.
And his opponent, representing CMMA out of the red corner, James Acosta. 139.4.
Break down the stare down, Mr. Taco. Break down the stare down, Taco.
My man's hurt right now. Oh, he's hurt.
So Lance Lee has to keep his weight cut going because he weighed in overweight. He can't weigh in over 154, I think it is.
Ouch.
So he's got to go in there maybe a little dehydrated.
All right, guys,
Taco.
we'll start with you, Lance. Lance, what's going through your mind right now?
Not much. Just thankful to be here. I feel good.
How are you preparing for tomorrow evening, and what did you see in your opponent's eyes?
He's not ready. And
He's not
wait,
ready.
He's definitely not ready. So I'm coming in, doing what I do, and I'm putting on a show for everybody.
Couple more pounds to lose, man. You gonna get the job done or what?
Yeah, I came in a little bit high, but I'm ready nonetheless.
What's the message you're gonna send to all the fans watching tomorrow evening?
You'll see. You'll see.
Final thoughts, my man, out of you.
No, just ready to put on a show. When he perform for everybody, and I know this is gonna be the first time Upnet is gonna see me perform, and I'm gonna become a new favorite fighter for a lot of people.
We'd love to hear it, guys. Back to you.
Senor Taco, this is a fight I enjoyed breaking down. I called a head kick from James Acosta. No disrespect to anybody. I enjoy everyone's wins, but from this breakdown right now, we got your coach coming up next. What did he see in this breakdown, this face-off?
I'm to be honest, he just looks tired, drained.
Who looks tired?
Lee? Just from seeing
Lance?
his demeanor, I felt like when you're told that extra stuff, like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this, you're not going to be able to do that and that. And when he walked in, I already seen it in. I'm like, he's done. He's done. So I think he's going to come out hard because he has to get it fast.
Fast, quick.
And if he doesn't, James has a cardio on him. James can, this is a bad matchup for him personally. I just think James can put it on.
I want to tell you something personal, all right? He's got long hair. You got long hair. I got long hair. Something about those people with long hair. We got the fucking cardio. We got that special, right?
This our war ponytails.
That's war ponytails. I agree with you, brother.
Once we win, we always take our opponent's
Scalp.
We take that scalp right
Add it
off,
to
we
ours.
put it up with the soles of the wall. That's it, baby. That's it.
Brother, you are a pleasure to hang out with. We're going to interview you some more, okay? And let's bring on your coach. Talk about your coach coming on.
We're going back to the Schmo right now. He's sitting there with George Bastamagian, the pro matchmaker for UNF.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with the one and only, the pro matchmaker, George. We just had everybody weigh in. What are your thoughts overall with everything going down?
I think we had a really good weigh-in. You know, a couple of fighters missed weight by just a little bit, but, you know, it happens. Overall, I think it's going to be a great night of fights. You know, we have our title fight. That's going to be a banger. Both guys, you know, pretty much said, you know, we're going to start swinging. So expect fireworks.
We got 2 Rising Stars titles on the line as well. What are you looking forward to the most for everybody watching here in person and at home tomorrow evening? Up next fighting.
The Desmond Alvarado versus the Dan Labastida fight is like 2 of the nicest kids I've ever had the pleasure of promoting. You know, it's going to be an amazing fight. Both of those kids have so much talent, and you know they're just, you know, because they just don't talk shit and they just get in the cage and do it.
And for anyone who's not seen Up Next Fighting that's going to be tuning in, what's that message you have for everybody?
Tune in, get the pay-per-view on Starfunds, and you know, you're not going to be disappointed. It's going to be an amazing night of fights.
Cannot wait. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Schmo. It's been an incredible weigh-in show, and to wrap it up here, we're here with Chad George, head coach of CMMA. A lot of fighters on that team. How you feeling tonight, Chad?
I'm feeling great. You know, it's going to be another night of excitement, and you know, it's always amazing to be here with the Up Next crew and family.
First of all, Chad, I want to confess something. I'm a fanboy. I've been following you for a couple of years, brother. I've been, like legit a couple of years, and now when I finally met you today, I'm like, where's this coach at? I've been hearing about this guy. I've been following him for a while. Great training videos. Your Instagram is on point. You talk about your fighters, lift up your program. Everyone there is so happy with you. Everyone here at Up Next Fighting is so happy with you, what you're doing with your fighters, how you cooperate, how you support, how you flow with everyone. But what makes you such a special coach? Like, let's talk about yourself. Let me tell you, I know as mixed martial artists, we don't like to talk about ourselves. Well, what do you bring to the table that you hope the mixed martial arts community adapts from you?
Well, first of all, I appreciate that. You know,
For sure.
Really does mean a lot.
I'm a legit fan, bro.
And I appreciate it. And, you know, for me, I think what makes me special is just that I care. You know, this is something that I love. I love this sport, and I love where the sport can go. And for me, my job is to be able to have my footprint in helping this thing grow, just like I feel like I did when I was competitive. You know, I was a part of the boom of this game. And when we started this, we were part of the first weight classes of the bantamweights that started making the imprints, and we are the guys that helped launch these lighter weight classes in the sport. And so for me, I feel it's my duty to be able to help these athletes get through this, and even being a part of Up Next it's not about me and my team. It's
Correct.
about the sport and what I can do.
These young men.
100%. And, you know, if I can help these guys, then that is my goal. And it's amazing to have the team that is behind Up Next, because that is their goal as well. And that's why I think our synergy is so good, because we have the same principles and we have the same minds of what we want to achieve with this.
So you're going to be real busy this Saturday night. How many fighters you got on this card?
Well, we have 6. We had 7. John Paul was the drop-off that happened. So
Not your fighter didn't fall off. The opponent fell off.
The fight fell off. And, you know,
All your fighters showed up. Not a single one failed. Pay attention, coaches. He's doing something special here. Every single one of his fighters showed up.
not only did they show up and made weight.
It's half the card, too. He's got half the card.
That's what I'm saying. It's something special when what you're bringing to the table. Like, I see it, but sometimes we got to talk a little bit more about this. And that's just something special. Everyone respects you, admires you. I'm watching your IG and the energy that you bring. Like, you're a chill guy, but you're also intense, right? You got that crazy lion inside you. How are you able to develop this whole character of yourself? I mean, it's a mixed martial arts life, right? And a lot of people think that mixed martial arts is just savage, just punch, kick, hurt each other. But it's a whole way of life.
Yeah, I don't think it's a character, you know. I think in my early years when I was trying to figure myself out, I created a character to try to emulate what I thought was needed.
Okay.
And then once I realized that was no longer, I didn't need that character, that the fire was always in me.
Yeah.
I could just be myself. And I think that's one of the things that we do mostly at my academies. I want these guys to understand that if this is what they want to do, they have to live the life. And for me, I'm extremely competitive. Even though I'm not fighting anymore, I let everybody in our walls know that, listen, every day we are competing. It's not me, it's not you, we are competing. And so I'm going to be very, very calm and composed until it's time, because if you're slacking off, hey, listen, I know what it takes. This guy's going to try to whoop your ass. He's going to try to hurt you. He's going to try to change everything in your life. So if you are not taking that serious, you might as well take a break now.
How do you transfer that mentality to the young fighters?
Well, you know, I think it's starting from the beginning. You know, we really don't do much recruiting. Everything we do is from the ground up.
Wow.
So what I want to do is I want to instill a mindset in these guys early on. So it's not trying to change something. I mean, could you imagine if you walked with your knees turned in and you go to a new coach and be like, hey, your knees are turned in. You go, no, they're not. So then I got to spend all this time trying to retrain you. That's it. So I'm not a big fan of recruiting guys because I don't want to untrain bad habits. Now, we will have to at some point, and we do. But for me, I'm more excited about the guys that start with me. They learn the culture from the beginning because now they've got a champion's mindset from day one.
Correct.
That's the big thing I'm noticing about all your fighters. It's not just the physical. They come in there phenomenal martial artists. They all have this really striking mindset. You can pick up on it immediately when you talk with them, like Taco, all these guys. But how do you transfer that over? I've seen some of your conversations with them where you're motivating them and watching through your IG. But where does that come from? When you're talking to these guys, how do you dig deep and make sure that they understand that the mindset game is the most important part?
Well, you know, personally, it's one of those things where there's no bullshit, right?
Correct.
I'm not gonna hold your hand. I'm not going to try to make you. I'm not trying to gaslight you. I'm not trying to gas you up. I'm not going to do that. If you do something well, I'm going to tell you you did it well. If you fucked up, I'm going to rip into you because this is why you messed up. And so we just got to really build that thing, and it's every day. It's daily work. It's not here and there. It's literally every day.
The way you talk, brother, I would think you're going to be a commentator or something like that. Are you going to be commentating tomorrow?
Yeah, actually.
Talk about that. How excited are you about that?
I will be doing some commentating tomorrow.
Okay.
You know, it's one of the things that I also love to do. I love to call fights. I love to just explain what I would be looking for in there as a coach. You know, one of the things that I do at our academy is we do isolation rounds where I break down the sparring sessions and we sit down and analyze them with our fighters. And, you know, we do that so that way they can go and they learn how to analyze things themselves. And so when I get the opportunity to do something like call fights for up next, or anytime I get a chance to break things down, I want people to know what I'd be looking for in there. So hopefully the viewer, whether it's an athlete or a fan, can look at that and be like, oh, I see what he's talking about.
Excellent.
Well, it sounds like you got a really busy night tomorrow night. You're going to be cornering guys. You're going to be commentating.
So now we got it.
Sensei from CMMA. Thank you for joining us, Chad.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Now we got the Spanish. Now we got the Espanol, folks. Here we go. I want to hear the Espanol, how good it is. I know we got a phenomenal fighter, well-trained, with another commentator.
Hola amigos, Marcos Bonilla, aquí estoy con David Rojas. David, ¿cómo te sientes?
Me siento bien, el peso está bien, me siento muy con energía y bien fuerte.
Qué bueno, qué bueno. ¿Qué sentiste estar cara a cara con tu rival?
Bien, hay muchos meses que hemos hablado en frente durante social media y todo eso. Ahora tengo la oportunidad de darle duro mañana.
Qué bueno. ¿Qué pueden esperar todos tus fans mañana? ¿Qué pueden esperar de tu pelea?
Un buen knockout mañana. Lo voy a knockear a este rival que tengo.
Pues ya lo oyeron aquí. De regreso a ustedes. Back to you guys.
Maravilloso lo que está pasando aquí. Muy bien hecho. Me encantan los peleadores aquí en español. Suerte que tenemos aquí en español es que estamos en Sud California y podemos hablar muy bonito, libremente, porque hay muchos aquí de que jalar de diferentes partes de Los Ángeles. So I want to ask Schmo, the awesome Schmo, which I've been a fan of you, brother, for years, bro. How is your Spanish? Poquito's good. Hey, but that's why you have friends like me you roll with, and you whatever you need to say. You tell me, we break it all down.
Está bien.
Está bien.
Está bien.
I love it. Schmo, so you're up there with that intensity, right? With all these fighters, right? You get to feel that energy, feel the love, feel the passion, in some situations, feel the hate. How does it feel when you're up there?
Oh, the Schmo loves it. These are the intimate Schmoments right before these guys know that they are less than 24 hours away from stepping inside the cage. They weigh in, they get hydrated, they lock eyes with the opponent. It's really a special moment for the Schmo.
Correct. Was there a couple of fights there that were a little bit more intense than the other ones? A couple of face down?
Well, listen, there was a lot going on that the Schmo saw, but Cameron Fardad, that one rings a bell against John Blumley. Those guys are intense. Those guys are pretty evenly stacked. The Schmo cannot wait for that one. There's a lot of these. Justin James, the Schmo's covered him in the UFC. He's fighting Taco Padilla. It's been a couple of years since we've seen him compete inside the octagon. Taco Padilla, we know what he does.
Shreds.
He bludgeons his opponents. He likes the bloody mess. He likes to do it his type of style. It'll be interesting to see.
Taco likes shred you up. I like to eat my tacos with your blood on top of it. This is the type of dude. So talk about this promotion. You come in, right, and you're treated so well in front of everyone. Everyone respects you. Everyone loves you in the MMA world. Why did you choose to work with Up Next Fighting down here in Southern California?
Well, they're pioneers. They're great. First of all, this is an amazing electric city. You get some of the best mixed martial arts talent coming out of Southern California. So a lot of the top gyms represent here. You got a great mix of amateurs, rising stars, and professionals going at it. And listen, they go over the top for production.
Correct.
And by the way, they're blue in the Schmo blue.
That's what you guys flow. Now, what are you be doing? What are you gonna be doing tomorrow, Schmo?
The Schmo's going to be doing the third man in the booth commentary. We're going to be doing the post-fight in-ring interviews and some platform interviews. The unofficial Schmo card, the debut of that. Cannot wait to bring that to the broadcast.
Beautiful. You know, ever since you popped on stage, Schmo, I got to tell you, I could clearly say that the MMA world leveled up because of you. So we thank you because you brought more eyes to the world. And you are a fantastic. You understand how to break down fights. You bring love, passion. You understand the fighters. And you just here to lift them up. So personally, for me, to you, thank you so much for elevating the MMA world. We appreciate it. And we're so lucky to be here.
So did you feel while any of these stare downs tonight, was anybody maybe about to pop off?
Well, it got close. It got
Yeah.
close, but we have great security. George, our matchmaker, he's always on standby. He's always got his head on a swivel. It got close, but luckily, no cigar.
Correct.
I'm sure you've seen it from time to time.
That's right. But we're pros here. We know how to step in and intervene, and we know how to do things.
And let me ask you, who is the fight that you were looking at most? Which one do you anticipate tonight's going to be the barn burner, or tomorrow?
Well, the Schmo's got to put the main event, we got to put the 155-pound title on the line because earlier this week in Extreme Couture, we talked to Justin James. We've seen him compete. We love Taco Padilla. We'd like to see skill sets go up against each other, the highest level versus the highest level, and we're going to get that tomorrow evening up next fight.
Here we go. The Schmo calls that one. Taco Padilla and the ex-UFC fighter, the veteran, for the fight for tomorrow. Who we got else? So we got to thank you so much, everyone, for Up Next Fighting. Thank you so much for having us. We want everyone to come down to the fights tomorrow. And also, remember, December 2nd, the Schmo will be back for the fight of, what is it, UNF14. Thank you so much, everyone, for being. Thank you, Schmo, again, for being with us. We appreciate it. Old and New. Fantastic. Follow us to Old and New Money Podcast, and we're out.
On Saturday, October 21st, some will be the hunters. Some will be the hunted. But when the cage closes, who will be up next?